Welcome, Bastronauts. This is Teal's Bass Galaxy, an endless dimension of fishing legends and degenerates connecting through raw, real, in-person conversations and stories. No, this is not your average fishing podcast. There's no rules, there's no limits. 3, 2, 1, blast off. This podcast is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Attention all Bastronauts. This podcast is supported by the Bass Galaxy's title sponsor, Waypoint Angler Supply, the Midwest's new landing pad for hardcore anglers just like you and me. If you're looking for the sneaky goods you can't find anywhere else, look no further. Waypoint Angler Supply has the largest offering of JDM tackle in the Midwest, and they are right here in Minnesota on Lake Minnetonka. This is truly a place every bass fisherman in Minnesota needs to visit because we finally have a tackle shop in the state that's as dreamy as the ones you find down south. And the staff at Waypoint Angler Supply understands the various needs of us anglers, which is why you'll find the selection there so enticing. Ross and the folks at Waypoint Angler Supply are passionate about carrying the right stuff, providing an authentic customer experience, and they listen to the anglers. And it doesn't end at JDM baits. They stock all the top U.S. brands, as well as local Minnesota brands like Vocelka Fishing and Customs, Arsenal Fishing, Bait Lab Custom Swim Baits, All Terrain Tackle, Bagley Northland, Outcast Tackle, and more. So stop into their store on Lake Minnetonka or visit their website, waypointanglersupply.com. That's waypointanglersupply.com. In the month of September, use the code GALAXY2402 to save 20% on your next tackle binge. The Bass Galaxy is also supported by Vocelka Fishing and Customs, Supreme Lending, Dream Team, Lake Country Insurance Services, My Wedge Motor Support, just north of Memphis, Barbecue and Catering. Thank you. All right. Dude, thanks for having us. We've got the man on fire, Hunter Wendt, coming off 2 wins in a row, dude. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for coming out.
And dude, that like lot you have out here, this is a slice of heaven.
Yeah, it's
and everybody we're fishing against definitely claimed their turf. Are you selling acreage yet?
Yeah, this is a bunch of family land we got here, and it's a little piece of heaven, that's for sure.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a good time, boys.
Yep. Absolutely.
Cheers, boys.
James got the
Down goes the
Save
mic.
So should we all do like a bowl of Windsor to
Yeah.
start this off?
Probably.
Got to
think we
start it off
probably
right.
should,
Oh, yeah.
Start with you. End with
It's
you.
not real. It tastes good.
They call that lubrication to a certain extent. Then it becomes a diminishing return. But James, not so much. He's a
Those are big
professional.
words, but Hunter doesn't know those.
My mom's-
I know better.
My mom's an English teacher, so like,
Wow.
big words.
That surprises everybody.
Just because I don't know what they mean, they sound good. Exquisite.
Exquisite.
I think you have a wonderful vocabulary, my friend.
Thank you, Lyal
You're
Held,
welcome.
ex-state record holder.
Yeah, X.
So we got, Lyal Held in the building, Tommy Parker, Dane Vocelka, and this guy. Yeah. You went to Woman today.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to Gull Tuesday.
We are.
I want to hear a little bit about how the hell you won 2 tournaments. Let's just start there. Not like I'm surprised, but 2 in a row against that field. Did you see that coming on Boji?
Actually, no. I had the west side of the lake pretty dialed. I found a bunch of deep bed fish, and it was gonna. I thought it was really gonna go down, but honestly, on the east side, I caught 3 fish in practice, and I stumbled into that. I guess it was a school. I didn't really know it was a school, but it was 9:30 at night, and I was going out graph, and we graphed till midnight. I think both of us did.
Yeah, it was that. Was it Sunday?
Yeah.
It was Sunday. The boat
Yeah.
traffic out on Okoboji is wild. It's nuts.
It's bad.
So we got off the lake. We're like, let's go take a nap. Let's go graph till like midnight because it'll be nice. Nobody's out there. It's supposed to be calm, nice, not too hot. And we did. Oh my gosh, we found stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
It was cool. It literally, I actually stopped to take a piss at the bridge, grabbed a jig, flipped it out there, and caught a 3 3/4, and then flipped out there again, caught another 3 3/4. I was like, oh, laid a dot, came back Derby Day and caught 30. So yeah, I guess it was just one of those deals where I just stumbled across it, but it was just kind of a cool deal.
You had me stuck at piss on a bridge. Like, did you stop at a bridge to pee under the bridge? It's a lot of boat traffic.
After the break. Oh, this is at night.
It's at night.
Oh,
Yeah, we were
I
scanning
feel
at
like
night.
still.
Yeah. Because we were parking at the dock. We were the house we were staying at. Hunter's family rented a house on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
So we were parking at the dock.
Oh, at the dock.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you do a victory lap with that big check with all that tail running? Oh yeah, you have a girlfriend. Never mind.
Yeah.
Present.
Not official. Rumor has it, ladies, he's still open. Or guys, probably more relevant.
No, I'm not. No.
Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. I heard she's a good goalie though.
She did play hockey.
Knew it.
So
Yeah.
they're both playing for the same team.
Lyle, do you guys, and Hunter, do you guys typically work as a team on these types of events? Is that something that's common, or you guys just have similar styles of fishing and you bounce around and just exchange ideas? And how does that work out for you two?
We talked before the season and we decided to start sharing, not necessarily waypoints, just sharing bites and ideas and, talking through things together. And to have somebody like that to trust things with is super helpful. And to avoid dock talk.
Yeah.
And to just keep it between two guys, I think it's clearly working.
It's Hunter's favorite.
Definitely working.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 2 top 5s?
No, 13th in that one. I backed off of his school though that he was whacking them on. I saw that. I saw what was happening on Okoboji, and I just left and went to go find.
Is he a nice guy or what?
Too nice. I should have stayed.
I'd say so. Yeah, he's pretty cool dude.
I don't know if he has a mean bone, like a.
Yeah.
Do you have any mean bones?
It's
like,
gonna be my demise though, bud.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's all good though.
Well, you didn't finish last. Like,
No.
Nice guys finish last. And you finished 13th,
I knew I only needed a few fish to catch a check, and that's all I needed. So.
Me and Lyle went and
good.
fished by the bridge.
Yeah, we did.
The
We had a good time.
Sat right next to it. Watched some guy crash his boat.
Yeah, we had a good time. Man.
Panic and just
Yeah.
throw it right into the side of the
Yeah.
bridge. That's
The
cool.
bridge me and Chapman are on was pretty fire, but I watched Chapman catch the most 1-pounders I've ever seen in my life.
So
If it was a standard event,
watched
Chapman would have won that thing by many pounds.
kind of interesting. So between the three of us, me and you two, going into the second half, we all did the same thing the first half.
Yeah.
And we were within like a pound of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it hurts even more. Like, I shit the bed and you go and win. But, and then me and Tommy end up starting on the same spot, pretty much, just a little bit different sides of a bridge. And I had one spot that in practice, I caught in like 15 casts, I got 12 bass, and 10 of them were like 1.5 pounds were smaller. And then I caught like a 5-something and a 3-something. I was like, oh, good enough. I couldn't catch anything else on the east side. And I started there in the second half, and I caught one, like, either caught one or, like, missed one every cast for, like, an hour and a half. And did not catch a 2-pounder, except for had one, like, really big one jump off or, like, pull off.
Keep in mind, that was Chapman.
And he's
dropped down to his knees at this moment. He was down bad.
I went through, like, 3 bags of robo worms and didn't have a 2-pounder in the boat yet.
so bad.
Watch Chapman drop to his knees. Well, he was sore from the morning. I heard he was doing some gangster shit in the morning.
Chapman was peeling on him. I mean, he had one hand on his trolling motor, one with the flogger, one with the rod.
Dude, that was fun.
He was multitasking.
We saw each other all morning. Yeah.
Were you trolling motor pedaling with your hat down? I don't know how you have
the hat did hold the cone, so you could kind of be flogging with your head there, have a rod in one hand and one hand on the trolling motor pedal. And as long as you kept the flogger upright with enough pressure downward, you could still see, but it was a mess.
This is why we call Chapman one of the best bed fishermen in the state, right?
Yeah.
Hands down.
Didn't feel like it at that point because it was very frustrating, but it was good to be able to hang in there good enough. I mean, I couldn't believe that they were that hard to catch tournament day. I'd imagine you guys were the same way.
Mm-hmm.
We pick that side in the morning because I figured we could just roll through them.
Yeah.
So we need to tell the story that when Chapman on Woman brought out the snorkel goggles.
That's been told before.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know, you said deep bedfish on...
Yeah.
How deep?
Oh.
You're going to laugh, man. You're going to
You're gonna
laugh.
laugh, dude.
No,
So I think the deepest bedfish I had out there was 34 feet.
Legit.
Legit, 34 feet. And
How big was that one?
it was 314.
Oh, I thought that was the one that jumped off.
No, the one that jumped off was in 28.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, I
That's
found
deep.
I found one stretch of deep bedders that was there was easily 40 beds.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like 100 yards.
How
40
do you
beds.
approach
They
that?
look like bluegills.
I mean, I've done it in 15 foot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's super painful and tedious.
Yeah.
In the crater, I do think they can be easier to catch the deeper they are because they don't
Yeah.
get found and stuck.
Yeah. So this was what was going through my head the whole time. I started on the shallow bedders because I figured I could just run through them like we talked about.
Yeah.
And I quickly realized those fish were they were out roaming around doing weird things. And I was like, these things are going to be hard to catch today. So I picked up the trolling motor probably 20 minutes in, and I just started running my deep bed fish. And I would drop down, catch one, pick up the trolling motor, leave. Drop down, catch one, pick up the trolling motor, leave. And I did that the rest of the half. And I'm glad I graphed till midnight that night because that's how I found all of them. You couldn't see them very good during the daytime, but at night I was like, I'll be able to see them so good. So I just went out there and we drove around.
Why do you think they're easier to see at night versus the day?
I don't know. I mean, you graph at night.
Oh,
Yeah,
Light penetration.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's light penetration.
With the deucer?
With the transducer.
Yep.
I mean, you have light shining through the water. I mean, you look through water and you see those beams of light going through the water.
Yep.
So that's bouncing off that beam coming from the sound waves from your transducer. It's gonna mess with it. So if you don't have no light going through the water, the only thing going through the water is the sound wave of your transducer coming back. So it should.
Yeah.
On top of
Science.
well,
Yeah.
on
It's
top
science.
of
Simple
Yeah.
math and science.
That's the smartest I've ever
You
sounded
think it
in
has
my entire
anything to
life.
do
Good
with
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like, holy
Yeah.
you need a pair of glasses, you
Right.
mad scientist.
Right. And 20/20 vision, bud.
But you spent some time with the graphs.
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
back to that, you drop shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you taken a drop shot out of your hand the last two tournaments?
Oh,
the two you
no. It's been a big player.
Drop shot and drop,
Yeah.
or however
Yeah.
that goes. Yeah.
It's been good. Been good, really good to me.
So
I might this week though.
I want to dig into that. What do you drop shot for smallmouth? And you're obviously really good at it.
Yeah.
There's obviously something to what you're doing,
Basically.
and where you're doing it, and how you're doing it.
Yeah.
And
well, and keep in mind it wasn't just smallmouth in the second half.
No.
It was all green ones on the
All
drop
green
shot
ones.
too. So it's
Yeah.
just using it as a versatile tool
Yeah.
and being able
just
to
put a
do.
different worm on it and go to the second half.
Yeah. So flatworm was a big player, obviously for the brown ones, because that's just a deal.
I don't catch them on it.
Really?
But
Really?
I know people do.
Yeah. And then literally me and Banger were throwing the same thing.
And you guys were 100 yards apart.
Not yet. We were watching each other.
I was
Yeah.
throwing
Dude.
that too.
Purple, baby.
Perp in the dirt or the clean.
Oh yeah.
Didn't matter.
Yeah.
That was the worm.
They liked it right under the trolling motor too.
I
It's kinda
screwed
cool.
up. They were in my truck.
Up under the trolling motor?
Literally, some of those fish. So every time a boat would run through, right, you could see it on live scope. It'd stir up all the bait, And these fish, you could see it in the grass. And you throw in there, catch one. They'd all come back to the boat. And you drop under the boat, catch one. Drop under the boat, catch one.
On the bottom or?
Yeah, right on the bottom.
Yep.
I mean, we were in 4 feet of water.
4 feet of water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those Iowa bass are kind of dumb.
I thought they were pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never seen it like
Dude,
that.
once you really like saw what was going down out there, I want to go back.
Dude, that lake is
Like-
top
Yeah.
10 for me.
Oh,
That lake's
100%.
mental, dude.
Yeah.
That west half, I was surprised it didn't go off more.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
west half was kind of stingy.
Yeah.
I thought those
And I
bedfish were
thought
gonna play a lot
Something
more.
changed because I got there in the first hour. I had a 6 on the boat, and like largemouth, big largemouth were biting on weed lines. Yeah,
Cast, not on
Yeah.
Yeah.
current
like
west. It was hard for me not to start on the current
dude.
on the west side.
And then it just kept going, and then everything was bedding.
Do you think it was because of the pressure from people? Had to have been. Guys fishing.
I think
We were all fishing the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
100%.
100% think that it seemed like I found like isolated grass patches out deep, and like half of them were gone. Like, how does wind? Like, how does
Slam down.
Not there.
Oh,
like
really?
where I started on the west side.
Was it
second
curly
half,
leaf?
No, coontail.
Huh?
Thick, tall, juicy, isolated, deep coontail.
So it didn't die off.
The thickest and the best. And only one isolated coontail clump stayed, and I feel like it's because there was a boat lift.
So you found some sneaky good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
And-
that was like there was like so keep in mind Okoboji Open, there's pre-spawn fish like looking to spawn. So there was like early spawners that were out in their summer deal. So that was going on. You had a current deal going on, and you had bedfish going on, and pre or post spawn smallmouth going on. So there was a current and a deep deal for largies.
Yep.
And then there was a bedding and a random wind pattern smallie deal. That lake's insane.
Yeah.
So what was crazy to me is the fact on the east side, everyone that had a successful tournament over there was current related. That was the only way to catch them over there.
East side was 100%.
It's-
And I mean, it was a really tough side of the lake. You could fish the entire other side of the lake, catch a few fish, but then you'd go to those current spots and it'd be schooled up like crazy.
Moina found a fry garden deal on the east side that I thought was like sneaky as hell, and it was in the film, and I was like,
Yeah.
Backs, yeah, in the shallow.
I couldn't believe
Largemouth.
how shallow he was.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
so I think there probably was a fry garden deal going on the east side, but I don't know how Jim did though. He's doing good after the first half. That's why I think a camera was in his boat, but I don't know how well.
Yeah, and that was deep. That was a deep weed edge bite
Yep. He's
in the
messed him
morning.
up on a chatterbait.
Yeah,
He said
yeah.
he couldn't catch him.
Yeah.
That flat right in front of the ramp.
Yeah.
They
Right
were
off from
biting so
takeoff.
good, he lost his trailer and didn't put another one on. And he caught like 5 more.
Moina.
They were just biting.
I did not hear that story.
Yeah.
I've got to bring something up because I keep forgetting to. And did anybody see the guy that started? I don't even know who it was. Doesn't matter because I think they didn't know. But you know how we take off and you're not supposed to fish until 7. And Dane, I know
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right behind me.
Yeah.
Somebody else. So Moina started on that weed edge right in front of us. Moina was down a little ways. This guy U-turns like right. I mean, we're 40 yards. Everybody taking off. The whole train of people, and he must have been like in the top 15 boats because I noticed it right away. He U-turns and he starts fishing immediately.
10 minutes before 7.
10 minutes before, and we're all idling past it. He's just hugging. And you can hear, I mean, as we're idling past him, I could hear Bonema telling people as they're idling past that you can't fish till 7.
He's like having his mental talk in his head.
He was
You're
so
gonna go get him
zoned in.
today. You're gonna go get him. Then you hear Scott.
That's awesome.
I was like, I don't want to get somebody in trouble because I'm sure there's no way you do that, obviously, right in front of everybody, knowing. It was just funny because it was literally just U-turn, and he's fishing, and you could hear both, don't fish till 7. and watch him cast. I was like, oh my God, how are you doing? Like, I wonder if he ever caught on, like, if he heard it at some point.
So
But
if
Dane was right behind me, so
Yeah.
I know I was like,
There was another guy though that wasn't part of the tournament that started on the flat on the north side of the west half that was beating on the spawning smallmouth before the tournament even started, and I heard lifermen complain about it. Some people were saying, "Did you see that clown out there? He was wailing on the fish an hour before we took off already." And I wonder if that has anything.
Why they didn't bite?
And he was a local, and I wonder if that had anything to do with some of those.
Those notes.
Yeah. Some,
Oh, yeah.
Well, so
Those notes were crazy. I got
Yeah.
Do you think
one
he
healthy
pulled
note
my
left.
coontail clumps out?
dragging a rake.
but I could act like for sure see that main spawning area.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
Yeah.
having screwed with those pretty hard.
Every bigger one I had marked, I caught. Like the 4-4 and a 3-something, 3-something,
They got a lot
3-something.
harder to catch though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
wasn't that
educated.
patient.
I just
Yeah.
had a feeling.
Yeah.
In the morning,
Yeah.
I started on like
Abandoned it.
a main spawning area, and there was
I didn't.
13 boats before 7. 13 boats, and at 7:30 there was 4 of us left.
Are you talking about the main spawning flat? That was the obvious one on west.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
And you started there.
Yeah.
I started there, but left in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
too.
But there was 13 boats.
Yeah.
I counted because
But-
we were sitting there on the trolling motors, not doing anything for 10 minutes or 8 minutes or whatever to begin with.
Yeah.
But within a half hour, and maybe it's because you caught one, you know, like you say, you caught the one you wanted to catch there and you moved or whatever.
Yeah.
But people gave up on them pretty quick.
Well, there was a lot of them, and those shallow ones were real stingy. But then I was surprised how little people found the little bit deeper ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like those
That's all
ones,
yeah.
you had those yourself. It was just a couple people, and there was probably half dozen of us that found those little bit deeper ones. I mean, not anything crazy deep, but 9 to 12 feet. Couldn't see them with your eyes, but I thought a lot of guys were gonna find them, and only a few of us did.
How many of the bedfish in the, because I know you both had floggers, and we again both ended pretty close in the second half. Or all 3 of us were within, like we had 37 pounds ish, give or take a pound. How many of the fish that you caught off beds did you flog?
Well, I only caught.
Did
I
you-
only think I caught 2 at that spawning flat, and then the rest of them were
then
deeper
those were
than
really
15 to 20 feet. Well, 34 or whatever.
I flogged
Yeah.
0 of mine.
Yeah.
Really?
Flogged 0 and didn't see any with my eyes. It was
that?
straight live scope.
That's interesting because I stayed on that flat. I kind of committed to it because I just marked every bed as accurately as I could, right on top of it.
Yeah.
And I just thought I'd be able to run through those. And again with the spot lock issue, but I caught 13 bass the first half. I watched 11 of them eat it through the cone.
You
Okay.
did, really?
So that was
That's so incredible.
that was completely different than what I was doing. I was using the fish obsessed mount, and those bedfish are 15 feet or deeper, and I was tilting it down about 2 clicks, and that was allowing me to see way deeper in perspective. And so I'd pan over with perspective, I'd see the trench
Yeah.
next to a boulder, and I'd use my forward sonar to find the boulder, and I'd cast that way.
I don't have that mount. And
Yeah, and
I guess
sold
I
out.
just committed
I-
to that area. I thought that I'd be able to, because I had so many marked like close enough to each other, and I made sure like I didn't catch them in practice, but I flogged them and made sure they were 2 pounds. Like every
Yeah.
mark I had, I thought I'd be able to roll through there.
Yeah.
And I kind of in my head said I'm just gonna grind this area to the ground, or maybe I did think about it about halfway through, especially with the spot lock issue. In hindsight, should have gone to some of the deeper ones that less people found because I think that would have been much more bitey.
Well, in practice, you could throw a hot dog on them things
Yeah.
and they'd eat it.
Right.
But tournament day, man, do they get
Well,
just-
they were paired up in practice the day before. Like it was
A lot of them were.
weird. It was like a second spawn, dude. It was.
I don't think the west side. So the west side was kind of like the obvious player for most people, right? My question for you, Hunter and Lyal,
Yeah.
is in practice, the east side was tough, right? It was stingy. You and I had crossed paths before that night. You had told me you were gonna do some late night scanning, and I thought that was a great idea, right? Dark, able to see the screen, good good side scan approach to just give yourself the best lay of the land. This is what I think people need to hear you describe and your process, is because the 2 spots that I found on the east side that I pulled 50 some pounds off of in the first half, right? Mm-hmm. Very similar to what you found. And ironically, I only caught 1 fish on both of those spots and then left it. Yeah. And I want to hear how you have the confidence to go into a spot where you caught 1 fish, and then what adjustments do you make that day, and what tells you I just need to embellish on this and not leave the area with my head cut off running around like a chicken, right? Mm-hmm. What do I need to do, or what am I throwing? And break that down, because I feel like there are some similarities with how we fish, but something keyed or clued you into this being a magical spot. So can you break that down?
You want to go first? Or you want me to?
Go ahead, bud.
Well, I'd say, so you know how the east side was? The grass was just not there.
Garbage.
Right?
Stringy, kind of dead, coon or curly leaf, just kind of nasty. Yeah.
Yeah. So we fished the same spot. We talked about this.
Very, very, very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you saw how that grass was. It was the best grass in that side, 100%.
Yes, and are we comfortable talking about where and how the grass is and where it lays out? Okay, so
100%.
We're talking from the cutoff point, the bridge.
Yep.
As you run into main east side of the lake, you're talking out from the bridge south of those marina docks.
Exactly.
Yep.
Not out from the marina docks, south of them.
South of it on the little...
And there's rock out there.
Yes, there is.
But you weren't catching them on the rock.
No, I wasn't.
Nope.
You were catching them on the green.
So if you look on that drone shot, if you guys saw that...
Kinda. There was slime farther out, but he was inside it more.
So if you look on that little drone shot and you can see the little sand edge right there, that's
the
where they were.
trench.
That's exactly where they were loaded up.
It's a boat trench.
But you didn't see that during practice.
the
You
trench.
caught the fish up by the bridge.
I did. I was out a little bit, but I still caught them in the grass. I just figured they were just roaming around the
Using the grass.
But once I keyed on where they were, and once I saw the school doing this on scope and stuff, that keyed me in right away, and I just sat there on spot lock and just peeled on them every cast.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got keyed in on tournament day, though, then, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I knew there was fish in the area, but
Were
I
you
didn't.
the first boat there?
No.
No.
Because I wanted to start exactly where Banger was.
Which is where I was.
The marina
Okay,
spot,
yes.
right?
That's
From
what
those
I wanted to
docks.
bring
Yeah.
up. Because that was the
right.
only, where Banger was the only place I caught a 3.5 pounder.
Yep.
And I flipped back in and shook one off
Yes.
on the east side.
Yes.
I practiced for 8-9 hours on the east side and got 2 bites. That's how tough that side was. To me.
Bad.
To me. Yeah. it was bad.
So then
3
Yep.
spots.
Yep. I got more bites off of our dock on where we were staying.
it just
Then-
fished
I
like
didn't
a
even count
southern
those.
fishery.
but
You know what I mean? It fished where you okay,
Yeah.
so you got one bite in one area, and you're
Yeah.
going to fish this area
100%.
for half the day.
Yeah.
And you're like, we're pot committed to this.
Yeah, we might
Football
be
field.
on the
Yes.
James River.
So I came around the corner and Banger's sitting on it, and Dino's trying to get in on him, which is understandable. It's what he wanted to do too, and it's what I wanted to do. Like,
But you could fish 3-4 boats there, and you could fish a few boats because
Yeah.
Ron Mayer, me, and Tyler Darrow fished out from that gas pump and between out in front of that gas pump to the end of where those docks where they stopped.
Yeah.
And the clumps of that grass, and there's no current there. There
Right.
was from the wind maybe for a day or two because it was
Yeah.
blowing from the
Yeah.
north, but unless it did some sort of an eddy swirl
That's what it
thing,
was.
I think it was
Yeah.
too.
It was the boat traffic.
and
stirring
well,
things up.
and that's my next thing leading into Minnetonka. That the only
thing.
reason
Yep.
why I fished that area the way I did is because I fished Tonka similarly, and that played into some key fish in the blackfish for me one year,
Bankston told me the exact same thing.
which is so goofy because I caught a 4.5 pounder on another spot on the east side, and then I caught a giant in front of Jacob Novak, and he said he would not fish that area, so I don't know if he picked
That's
that.
respect.
That's
Yeah.
respect. Good for
And
him.
because
Jacob,
that
good job.
that's that's
Like,
where I
That
caught
kid
all my
not,
weight.
Like, just like perfect. perfect or something.
He's awesome, dude.
Like
His name is Terry.
Terry.
Terry. Hey, I have seen Terry dance with the devil a time or two, but not very often.
Hey guys, Aaron Teal here with Vocelka Fishing and Customs here, and excited to talk to you about my new signature series rod, the Puppet Master. My number one confidence technique is by far offshore power finesse fishing, so we've spent a lot of time and a lot of years creating the perfect bottom contact power finesse rod, specifically designed to fish 3/8 to 3/4 ounce football jigs, tubes, swing heads, dragging a swim bait on the bottom, and any bait that you need to manipulate with your hand and land that fish. This rod is perfect for it. The big thing that we found that was an issue with other rods is they were either too crisp and sensitive, where they were too fast, or they weren't quite sensitive enough and they had the right action. So what Dane built with this rod is the most sensitive bottom contact rod I've ever held in my hands. But the big thing is, on a long cast, it's got the power to drive that hook home, but more importantly, it's got a parabolic action that's going to bend deep down in the rod to make sure that, let's say, football jig or goby tube isn't popping that smallmouth's mouth open and keeping that bait in the back of their head where it belongs, allowing you to have increased leverage and landing more bass. You're going to have to pry this rod from my cold dead hands. This is the Puppet Master. You can find it on VocelkaFishing.com or at Waypoint Angler Supply. Check them out. Are you ready to reel in your next home purchase or refinance? Supreme Lending's Dream Team can help guide you through the entire mortgage process, from pre-qualification to closing. They have a wide variety of home loan programs in their tackle box, including down payment assistance and first-time homebuyer options. Just ask me. I trusted Aaron Daggis, a bass fisherman just like you and me, and Supreme Lending's Dream Team to help finance my first home. Contact Aaron Daggis and the Dream Team today by scanning the QR code or giving them a call at 763-326-0677. That's 763-326-0677. Did I catch a 7 in there? Or visit their website, aarondaggis.supremelending.com. That's AARONDAEGES.supremelending.com.
You go to Moonlight on Friday night, you'll see him there.
After he got one of those, I think he closed her down with some 40-year-old women.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good old Terry.
Lyal,
Was
what
a
did
special day, but
what did you catch your fish on in that spot on the east side of Okoboji?
drop shot.
It was a drop shot. Mm-hmm. So I caught mine on a tube, on a heavy tube,
Yep.
and I saw other guys fishing a drop shot around me not catch them. Mm-hmm. How long was your leader length, and what were you throwing on your drop shot?
Robo worm.
Darker colored rover worm.
Bold bluegill, which was the wrong color for there, honestly.
You know the fucking
Yeah.
Purple, baby.
I had all my I had all my purple robo worms in my truck
Yeah.
for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
Everyone that finished.
That was
Yep.
dumb.
Everyone that finished.
Dumb. That was dumb. Hey, can we share baits in this tour?
Yeah, dude.
Can you throw a
That was
bag
an
of bait?
honest
That's
question.
an honest question.
Just don't make the economy too good. You might get shot in the ear.
If
No,
we're
is there a rule violation?
Is there a rule violation if he wants to throw a bag of baits in my boat while we're fishing the tournament?
During the tournament, I have no idea.
I have no
Depends
idea
on
either.
me or not.
We were trying to figure this out.
During the tournament, you guys
you,
are like, hey,
so-
you're fine.
No,
He was
so-
ahead of me.
that's not against the rule.
Me,
You too now.
me and Lyle were sitting right next to each other.
I think that's allowed.
That's not a rule infraction.
But you know, you can't
don't
look
think
at
it
you can't look at your phone or anything. So like we can't figure this out,
You
right?
can look at your phone and check the standings.
Yeah.
Well, what about check rules? You gotta go to the internet for that.
the rules are in the sheet in the
Okay,
plastic
okay.
box.
Before
But me and Lyle were sitting here. We were neck to neck just talking, and when it was obvious, purple is the key color.
Morning dawn.
And Lyle, you were throwing what?
it was bold bluegill.
Bull bluegill,
Watermelon black flake.
and it was obvious, just like one color is working better than the other. So we were trying to discuss mid-tournament if we could share baits because I had a dozen packs of these in my boat. and we couldn't figure it out.
I think it's open market. I think as the seller, you have to really price that shit up.
Yep.
You asked leader length 18. Is what
It's just so
$100
goofy because I was catching them
Weight.
on the bottom.
You
What size
were
weight you
okay.
guys do?
Dude, I was throwing a heavy one.
Bottom.
Bottom.
Yeah.
Had to be
Missile.
on the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't really catch them that good.
Instant.
I didn't really catch them that good on the east side.
It's just
like they want one or the other.
and there is
I want-
another spot like that on the lake on east.
To finish the story with what happened over there, like I saw Hunter catch him 15 to my 1,
Yep.
you know, and I saw the writing on the wall, and I had my marshal text his parents because the bridge is right there, and they were staying there, and his mom was in the shower. Kevin got her out of the shower. They came, and they got to the bridge, and they got to watch Hunter win.
That's very cool.
Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm. Super cool.
Yeah, I hope somebody would do that for me someday.
It was a
Like,
whole ordeal.
yeah.
Everyone was cheering.
Like if I got to see
Everything.
Brody do something like that someday.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Where's
pretty
Brody?
cool.
Yeah.
That's right, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That ended up being both Tommy and I, and that's where we left when he left before my spot, and we both went there.
Yeah.
So he ended up being right next to Hunter
Yep.
while he's catching them, and my spot was actually the banger spot, but I knew that some guys had hit it, so I was actually going to go fish between the bridges.
Yeah.
I pulled up, and I was just going to fish my way in. And as I'm getting off plane, I'm like, okay, there's 3 boats there, plus another boat. That's the camera boat. And because we didn't have the app working, like most of the time, I wasn't sure like exactly who had updated fish, because it had just turned back on, and I knew that you were making a run. And then when I put down, you got the rat boat. I was like, "Oh, he's making a run, and he's right there." And so I like kind of stayed out, and I was like, "Oh, Tommy's there, so maybe I can join," because he had just left where I was.
No. I mean, me and Chapman were sitting like we were talking to each other.
Yeah,
for like
yeah. No,
an hour and
it
a
was
half.
just like I wasn't gonna like. He hadn't been there the whole time. I don't know. I was like, oh yeah, I know both these guys. Maybe I'll join in. And then Lyal was up like closer to the bridge, so I was like kind of working my way around because, quite frankly, I didn't know what I was fishing. I caught one there. I didn't really know the spot at all, except for it was like the only other area I'd caught fish anywhere on the east side was in that current.
Well, yeah, I think
Yeah.
we all
Yeah, and
got,
that was the whole thing too. Like the only area I had in that whole area was where Banger was. So it's like what he found wasn't my area.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
So
then-
I was looking for something new as well.
And actually, I don't think I knew
Yeah.
that you were leading yet because you're like,
The app was down.
I didn't know I
Yeah,
was leading.
that's the thing
I
too.
didn't know
Like,
that's what it was. That's
like,
the
yeah.
camera boat was there. I was like, oh, it must be going down here.
yeah,
The app
the
was
camera
down and
boat.
I was leading, and I wasn't busting them like that. But I'm
right.
like,
So
I
stressful,
don't know, but
stressful
someone's
for
probably
you.
busting them right now. So
Yeah.
I mean, but we just gotta keep like.
Yeah.
You don't know someone's busting them, so you can't like
Right,
panic and
right.
like change. So
But
I didn't.
Right.
My
talking
mark.
about how bad East is. I mean, we all only got what 1 to 3 bites in that area, and we
East smoked West.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, by
Right.
And we all
Nobody saw
we
that.
No would have never
all
would have
co-
guessed that.
We all
Way
considered
small.
those current
Yeah.
spots are better spots, and we were getting
Yeah.
1 to 3
Dude.
bites there, and those were our good spots.
You want to know what's crazy about that east side though?
Nice.
That east side.
Yeah,
When I rolled up to fish it, that was not my number one spot. I went there 2.5 hours after fishing my first spot, and when I went there, nobody was fishing
Yeah.
any of it.
Oh my god.
And I pulled in and I thought, there's no way 65 guys, half the field's over here, no one's by the bridge, no one's out in front. I got this all to myself. And as people were coming back west for weigh-in, that's when people joined me and were kind of fishing that area. And they're like, oh, I maybe there's a couple here, right?
you
We
were
didn't really,
leading.
Yeah.
we didn't know how good it was. But the spot I started on is very, very similar to that spot on a different part of
Yes,
that side of the lake.
I think Terry Vang is unless you saw him, I think he's the only guy who busted him. I have
100%.
no idea.
100%.
Where-
Yeah,
Yeah.
something completely like different than all of us.
All I have to say is his jig hook sets are beautiful.
I
Good
agree
for him.
100%.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, whack.
Like, oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
Like, wow.
So I didn't really
watch that guy.
Dude, right?
The background music on the video,
Shout
watching
out
him.
Terry Vang.
Yeah.
I didn't look into that. Was he doing something? Was he, when
I
he
don't
was
know where he was,
when he
but
was
he
when he
found
was
something too
flipping the
weird.
edge.
when he was
Bang
wailing
and
on him?
bang.
Was he on the east side? Okay, was he in the east side morning or afternoon?
Morning.
Okay.
Yep.
So when all you guys were there, he was there peeling on him, doing something.
Not by
completely different.
me. Not even close.
Dude.
And not by you.
Because
I
I
almost
thought
didn't start on the east side.
I know.
That was
It was a like
Got shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Asglin asked me which side he's starting on. I was like, west, and east. One spot. I had one spot, boat 28 up that creek, right?
All right.
Liferman's the only guy I saw practice that area,
Yeah.
and he was the boat ahead of me. And I see two boats setting down right in the mouth. It's Kiki and Walker Krampus. And my heart just sinks. It's like, nope, stay positive, Aaron. It's going to be okay.
Walker's a hammer.
So I told myself, if there's boats up there, just pull up to the flat and fish outside of it and see what you can do. And if not, try and burn Chappie's fish down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's just
But-
Chappie,
Cheers
you
to that.
So I sat down, and they're both parked right at the mouth of this creek, right? This creek is a boat and a half wide to get your boat in.
but there's strong current back there. Now
There's
that
current coming
now
out.
that you're bringing this area up, I know what you're talking about back there. And
So-
there's strong current coming through there.
Oh yeah, and they
It's shallow.
wanted to be at the mouth. So I like pull up, and I'm like,
Have you
whipping
heard
a
this? Yeah.
swim bait around.
Have you heard?
Right? And like 2 minutes goes by. I was like, I'm gonna ask him. I was like, hey guys, like jokingly, you guys mind if I, get out of the way so I can put my boat up that creek? Like jokingly, expecting them to say, "Fuck you, we already talked about who's
Yeah.
going up that creek."
Right.
Instead, they kind of looked at each other dumbfoundedly, like, "Did you practice up there? Oh no, did you practice up there?" Like, and at that point, they didn't lie to me. They're like,
Good.
"I guess so. Just give us 10 minutes and try not to blow it out." I was like, "Take 20, take 30." Like, holy shit.
That's a lot of respect, dude.
Dude.
Seriously.
5 minutes goes by, and they're like, "I haven't caught anything." And they're like, all right, go up there. I was like, "Dude, thank you so much." But quiet, trolling whatever.
And then you turn around and said, fucking watch this.
No, I looked at
He caught his first one and held it up in the air and I was like, toodaloo.
No, I looked at my marshal and I said, "I cannot believe that just happened."
Dude, that's
Go up there, round the corner. They're busting everywhere. Like, pow, pow, up the creek under that troll bridge. Pow, pow, pow. I was like, looked at my marshal. I was like, we're about to break their hearts.
that's what I feel like the group of
45
guys.
past later.
Yeah. The group of guys we have, like I feel
Dude,
like
they're good.
Yeah.
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 Wow. It would have been so easy
Agreed.
to say,
'Cause-
No. Yeah.
No.
how about no?
How about new?
And that sneaky waypoint. Poop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We
peeled on him.
Yeah.
didn't have to poop, but we got her done.
Yep.
You threw the
Yep.
poop, though.
In the rotation, maybe.
Well,
Cut.
I didn't throw it there in practice,
Cut,
but there
cut.
was a log jam at the end of, like, there's a current running and then a hole. And at the end of that hole, sounds like there used to be a beaver dam there, but that would be my guess. So anything you bring back get hung in that log jam.
So you're throwing a weightless poop to lift it over it.
It was all about efficiency.
Yeah.
And they would eat it.
Yeah.
They would eat it, and it was efficient. So I kept throwing it. But then there was cut banks on each side, so when I'd stop catching them on the poop, I'd flip the jig on that cut.
So you mind talking how you're rigging that poop?
Yeah, on a screw lock, weightless hook, 4-aught.
So is the screw locks, you're getting more fish out of that bait, right?
Yep.
Because you throw your standard wide gap and you're going through a lot of plastics, and those things aren't cheap coming from Japan.
Correct. And I actually have a sneaky little thing to get even more fish out of it that Waypoint's got. It's called the Hide Up Ami Stopper. Okay? Super sneaky.
Let me text Eric.
It's like
Cut.
I don't care. It's like a,
Can we
it's
get
like
it here by turn?
you know those Chinese finger traps?
Yeah.
Think about that, but like tighter weaved, like stainless, like aluminum coil,
Yeah.
and it's flat. And you like razor blade it into the plastic, pull it, and then cut it off. Put your screw lock through that, and that screw lock doesn't rip. It doesn't rip out.
See,
Quick arts and crafts project.
Time for a little arts and crafts.
After I screw lock something, like say a spark shad, I throw them on belly hooks all the time. Skip them under docks, whatever.
Spark shad.
Yeah,
Sneaky.
5 inches.
Okay.
They skip like a dream,
Is that
dude.
big?
What's that?
5 inches. Is that pretty big?
It satisfies everything.
Perfect.
I've been skipping that.
It does
That
a
new
job.
Raid
So if you
Gear
take
Taylor.
if you put the screw lock in, you shove a toothpick through it, clip each end. You can go through.
Oh, dude.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah.
That is.
Especially if you X the toothpicks.
X them?
Yep.
You're running
Like you-
you're running 2 toothpicks. Through
Yeah,
the
but then you clip them. You clip them right up.
That
the
is a
That-
because I
that's
do
new.
that with a bar, anything like a swim jig, for example.
Yeah.
It's got a little.
I don't
Yeah,
know. It's arts and
same
crafts
thing.
shit.
I do the same thing.
I'll run 1 toothpick through a
Yeah,
bait,
yeah.
but doing 2 crossing this,
Yeah.
that's new to me.
Yeah, you cross
Yeah.
wood. It's
Yeah,
James like I throw
Yeah.
a fluke in a dig.
yeah.
I went to Pequot. That's too much for me.
crossing wood. It's not comfortable with that.
Buy 100 pack of worms, 100 pack of trailers. I'm good for the
Toothpicks
Hell
are
yeah.
my friend,
Hell
bud.
Toothpicks are great. Yeah,
There's so many uses, dude.
so many.
Dude, they save
Tell me
you
them all.
so much money, dude. Just in
Oh, yeah.
baits and
So many.
trailers and everything. Unreal.
Toothpicks, super glue,
Oh,
Sharpie.
absolutely. You can do everything.
Those will save money too.
Yeah.
Condoms will save you quite a bit of money.
If you get
So
snipped,
we'll pull them
you
out
don't
if
need
you're,
those anymore.
Like, got bad swimmers like me.
Oh.
I think. I don't know.
Well. Can't win them all.
About to find out.
I never got tested, but
Oh.
made it this far.
Good for you.
Doing good.
Yeah. Good for you, Teal.
Not as fertile as some folks, that's for sure.
Dane?
Dane?
One try, one win.
Attaboy.
Good for you, bud.
100%.
Yeah, it took more than one try.
try?
Oh,
it took
Look
more
at
than one
that
try.
one.
Look, yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that winner.
Brody.
And he was the fastest swimmer.
Yeah.
For those that
Yeah,
can't hear, he said, "I
you
can't
used
swim."
up all that energy about
The boy is
10
strong.
years ago, bud.
The boy is strong.
Oh, that's
The
great.
best comeback for that kid, though.
Must
Oh.
have,
If he's ever acting up.
Oh,
must have
yeah.
soaked it for a long
Yeah,
time.
he's the best, dude.
Isn't that a Mormon thing? Like,
The soaking
Yes.
thing.
Soaking.
Are you Mormon?
No. Should I be?
Just
Actually,
don't,
he's
just don't
Amish.
let the swimmers out.
you can have as many wives
Right.
as you want. Just no back and forth.
I gotta show you.
Right.
I gotta show you.
They have friends that help them bounce on the bed. That's what I hear. Like they jump on the bed. That's what they do. What a good friend.
That is a good friend.
Right?
Would you do that for me, Dane?
Jump on the bed. I might have to hard pass on that.
There's no way I would do that for you.
I'd do that for you, bud.
Actually,
I would.
I'm trying to find your pictures of.
Would you guys?
Amish.
I'm just trying to
Not
envision
that
how
kind
that
of
works.
Oh yeah. Look at this.
I met a guy who said he would have a three-way with another dude. Would you guys?
Wow. What is
I would
fucking
never.
What's your friend's number? Just joking.
Can I tell
Yeah, you left for the
Yeah,
bathroom and you
it's
came
okay.
back and all of a
I
sudden
came
it
back.
was,
We're talking 3 ways and like, dude,
yeah,
what I missed.
Would you?
walleye fishing.
Oh, you missed.
Walleye
Hottest chick
fishing.
in the world.
Those 3 dudes? Oh, just one girl.
James, you have a
Two
girlfriend.
dudes. No, absolutely not.
So, are we talking like a Livy Dunn here? Like,
Who's Livy Dunn?
you don't,
Yeah, what?
Never heard of her.
you boys are too Hunter, you know,
Oh,
I don't know.
even Brody
even
knows.
Brody knows
Yeah.
Livy Dunn.
Oh wait, is
I mean,
You
this,
know Livy
this is
Dunn
the
is?
gymnastics girl.
You've
She's
got,
Tua?
you've got the same.
no,
Okay.
not the
same-
Tua
the
girl.
Same,
My 10-year-old
I
son
mean,
knows who
same
that is.
you-
But I don't know.
fucking muse.
You bring around the Huck Tua girl, and we might have some problems. But
It's the same muse as his 10-year-old son. Come on, grow up a little bit.
she's like, God. I mean, I'm 21. She's
Brody,
got to be
earmuffs.
like 22.
Earmuffs, bud.
This is
Yeah, I know, Rick.
this is
ears open?
this
Yeah.
is Brody's fantasy right here.
You'll learn a lot with us.
You learn a lot with the years.
Sorry, honey.
Not all information's good information.
This
Oh,
podcast is intended for mature audiences.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Chapman. Who would it take for you to have a three-way with another dude?
Okay, we need to move on.
By a dude. Yeah, Brody's like too far.
I'm open.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
I actually
Sounds
do
like Hunter's in.
It's an honest question. Like,
No, I'm not in.
what
No.
girl would it take?
There is a chick. Like, okay, we're all saying no. To your point,
My Lord and
we're
Savior.
all saying no, but
My-
there is somebody
My Lord and
Exactly.
Savior
that's
would
going to
not-
make you at least question the no.
No, my
like,
Lord
wait.
and Savior would not allow that. Man of the Lord. There's a whole part about me in the Bible. You remember St. James? That's about me.
He's a man of the Lord, Lord Windsor.
That was water when I got here.
I'm assuming everyone's seen.
Is it water to Windsor?
I'm assuming everyone's seen Joe Dirt,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Brandy.
That'd be your. Okay,
Okay,
I like that.
that's one.
She's just we're good.
Okay, I appreciate your
Brandy.
Next topic.
I
Next
appreciate your
topic.
honesty,
Next topic.
But Chappie, I know Chappie's got
Lost
one.
ya,
but he
Brandy?
won't say.
No, I like brandy.
I know you would pick your girlfriend and
Look at
another
this.
dude.
This
You'd
is a
pick your
brandy
girlfriend
guy.
and another dude.
I also
You'd
picked
your
his
wife and
girlfriend.
another dude. Tommy and I.
Of course, I'd
It's up in the air for me and Teal.
I'm gonna go with Nelly Furtado.
pick. See, now you're making me look bad.
Just because you don't know who that is.
Easy.
Now you're making me look bad, Teal.
Why?
Of course, I'd pick my wife.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lyal would pick his wife.
Yeah.
Okay, now you have to pick the dude.
Yeah. Right
Why
now.
did you make eye contact with me so much?
Because it's,
Chappie wants
All right,
to
let's move on.
It would have to be
Yeah.
somebody
Hey, we're moving on.
smaller than me.
Brody's here? Hey.
All right, we're moving on.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
All right, we're moving
Like
on.
doing it like with, you got like another, and then that guy pulls out just a freaking football.
not
and you're
happening.
Like, what?
That's when you go home. Like,
Yeah, no, this wasn't such
Yeah,
a
I'm
good idea.
out.
I'm leaving my shorts on tonight.
I'm out.
Moving on to the next tournament.
Oh, Malaxi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malaxi.
And then that happened.
Malacca?
Are we back on fishing or are we still on a three-way?
No, we're back on fishing.
Oh, okay.
Fishing.
Yeah, Mille Lacs.
Interesting tournament, to say the least.
Yeah.
Not my best.
It was fun.
Not daddy's
Yeah, that
best
is
either.
fun.
Beers.
Nope.
Do we need more?
Me and Teal got
driving.
her shit rocked on a
Shotgun.
long run, and
Dude, did that
Teal, I tell you what, we did not see a lot of bass up there.
I
was
beat you
that
over there.
northeast end stingy or was that northeast end stingy?
It was real good in practice. You
yeah.
cast over every boulder with anything hair jig, demiki, drop shot, and one rocket up for it.
I was so excited.
And we pull up tournament day, and there was nothing. The whole time I'm like, where's Teal? Where's Teal sitting? Has Teal caught a bass?
I
And
asked
know-
that about you.
and
I
I
was
know
like,
Teal.
"Has Tommy Parker." I was like, "Oh shit!" And you were smart and ran south. I was dumb and ran north.
No,
I had 3 schools of 4.5.
Tommy
on the
ran
north
around
end
the
of
entire
Egypt,
lake.
and they all left.
I wasn't that smart though.
I wasn't either.
I had, so at this point, it's like what, 10 o'clock? And I'm struggling. I had one fish in the boat. It was like a 4-pounder I got off a bed on the east side. So I had like a 4 1/4 or something on the west side. Ran all the way over there, catch that one bass off Brown's Point. And then I went all the way down to Waukon, caught one more. And then I went to Isle, and that's where I really put in the work. But like, I ran all 4 corners of the lake. And if I was smart, like, I mean, we could all say it, but
If I was smart, I'd have practiced like I'd never been to Mille Lacs.
I would have stayed. I would have stayed on that south, that south side.
The only area I didn't practice, because I was practicing for wind, was where it went down. I ran to one spot at the end of the day, last half hour, pre-spawn spot that James and I fished in May. Didn't even practice it. Loaded there. Ran out of time.
Well, were you prepping for a west wind too?
Yeah.
So we were all prepping
That
for
wind we had
Northwest
when we
wind
left.
was what I was prepping for.
northwest wind all week.
If it was
I
south
prepped for
and
that,
east, I wanted to touch it,
but we found them on the east side, and I thought
but
that
I
was going to be king.
catching them.
I thought it was going to be king, but it didn't go down, and it was calm, and the weather was weird.
What's up with this spawning window thing going down on the south end shallow? Like, that would be this area I would think they would spawn early, not late. Like, it seemed like there was not shallow bedders anywhere else. 'Cause
It
I
was
didn't find them.
opposite. It should have been the north end.
It was a weird deal because, like, I brought my son out pre-fishing with me for the first time, and
Brody, you're in.
we had a good time.
Yes. After the conversation we just had, he can knock on.
No, not that.
We ended up.
This podcast is a 16-and-a-half-year-old minimum.
That half is weird.
You'll be there someday, buddy.
We ended up running into a couple big ones on boulders that were bedding and fry guarding. And we decided to just keep looking for that. And we found more, and I told Hunter about it, and he found more, and worked out pretty good.
Yeah. Dude, hats off to you boys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So I was floating around. Actually, I was talking to Evan Blakely for like 45 minutes.
Super nice dude.
Yeah, awesome
Great.
dude.
He's
Awesome
a great dude.
Awesome dude.
Absolutely.
Right outside of Is-80s, actually, we were just kind of talking about how it's going. I only got maybe 6 hours of practice, I think it was, maybe 7, because we just got off a leech the day before, and me and my dad, and
that's
so
crazy.
Yeah, I drove right to Mille Lacs right after that, and got out there, and there was 2 on this sand flat. I bet you the sand flat's a mile long. I drifted over it, and I'm like, what? There's 2 50-gallon drum barrels laying in the middle of this sand flat. All of a sudden, I look down. I'm like, oh, it looks like there's a fish on it. And I could see the fry ball. I'm like, no way.
Fish in a barrel.
Whip out the cone, stick it down there. I'm like, oh, yeah. It was a big one. I'm like, I thought it was 6 pounds, close to 6 pounds. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just leave it. Right? So we start down where we caught our fish and went through all the bed fish, and I'm like, well, we went through all the bed fish. I think I was sitting in first at the time, and I was like, well, let's go run to this thing. I want to see how big it is, if it's still there.
How much time was left at this point?
This isn't the 6-pounder I caught. Oh. Yeah, that's a sneaky story. That's another one we're going to tell. Yeah. So I ran to this thing. I ran whatever from wherever we were, Spidery, around there. Yep. Ran there all the way to Is-80s, dropped down on it. First cast, I watched this thing come up, chase it right to the boat. I was like, ooh, she's there. Second cast, drop shot, and they're just laying it there, and all of a sudden it gets tight, catch it. And honestly, I look back, and I hooked this thing. And my boat marshal, which has never caught one over 2.5 pounds.
Your tournament partner.
Really? Before the event?
Oh, yeah. Tournament. Yeah. So pumped. Well, he wasn't pumped. He was kind of chill, not going to lie.
Really?
Yeah. I've never seen a kid not get excited when he catches a 5-pounder or sees a 5-pounder.
So this kid doubled his PB.
Yeah.
He wasn't excited.
Yeah. No.
He didn't hook it.
No, he didn't hook it, but he was there for it. And I look back, and the net snapped in half at this moment. And I'm like, can you get the net, dude? And he's like, dude, it snapped in half. I don't know what to do. And I'm like,
grab the net portion?
I'm like, just grab the net portion. And it's like this long at this point. And he's laying over the side of the boat. All of a sudden, this thing jumps in, tail walks right towards the boat, jumps into the net, and the bait falls out.
Oh my God.
I'm like, he lifts it in there. He's like, dude, this is awesome. And most excited I saw this kid all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say a single thing all day.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Most excited thing all day.
Wait, was it this is...
No. He was like, dude, this is awesome.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. He was excited. That's what I thought he was excited about. So we weigh this thing. It's 5 pounds, right?
His mom's womb was a joint.
Oh my God. We weigh this thing, right?
Oh, sorry.
Yo, mad. High schooler we're talking about.
So what do you guys think about all the stories? You had Chad Keller taking out a drone. Tyler Barr having his net break and the 6-pounder bounce off his front deck in the lake, and then Hunter's story.
So what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How big was it?
5'1". Because you know me, I just say everything's 7 pounds and it's 5 pounds.
5'1", 6'1" to me. Then.
You learned
I got a
that
little
from Connor,
excited,
didn't
No,
you?
no, you say
Maybe.
You say, oh gosh,
Maybe.
oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh.
I did. So this, Well, we'll tell that story in a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a big.
So the net breaks.
Yeah.
Fish jumps in.
Yes.
Hook comes out.
Yep.
You're like,
I'm freaking out. I'm like, dude, we just might have sealed the deal. Like the
sweet
way it was
Jesus.
fishing.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm so glad to have a calm marshal like
Yeah,
you.
Like,
you're
calm
awesome.
your shit. This isn't
Pretty much.
over.
Yeah. Like, here's the deal, kid. Calm down.
Dude,
Calm down.
I was like, there's
Yeah,
no
college
way.
Paid for.
It's been confirmed. Aliens from another planet have landed on Earth. Sources say there's been 2 confirmed landing points for these extraterrestrial beings. One being Japan, and also, unexpectedly, in Minnesota at Waypoint Angler Supply, a local tackle shop on Lake Minnetonka. With the ever-expanding universe, it's no surprise that there are other planets out there that also share our love for the sport of bass fishing. And to Earth's surprise, this latest visit came from extraterrestrial fishermen light years away and many innovations ahead when it comes to fishing equipment. Some hypothesize these beings came from the planet of Naboo, matching up with Mayan folklore dating back thousands of years with fishing equipment ahead of their time. It has been confirmed they left things never seen before by an Earth-born bass. Waypoint Angler Supply is the premier space station in the bass galaxy and has tackle that could previously only be found in Japan or the planet of Naboo. The Waypoint ship is full, but we don't know when the astronauts from Naboo will be back. So hurry in to Waypoint Angler Supply today and stock up on that Area 51 Planet of Naboo JDM good before your buddy is whooping that sweet ass of yours. Stop into their store on Lake Minnetonka or visit their website, waypointanglersupply.com. That's waypointanglersupply.com. In the month of September, use the code GALAXY2402 to save 20% on your next tackle binge. As anglers, we develop special bonds with our equipment. There's something magical when you find that perfect jig rod and reel combo for a technique that elevates your confidence on the water. Whether it's a perfectly balanced, crisp, and sensitive jig rod that gives you the highest level of control over your bait, allows you to feel every grain of sand, every bite, and allows you to drive that hook clean, or a rod with the perfect action and taper that seems to keep your chatterbait, swim bait, or whatever it is in the back of the bass's head where it belongs no matter where you throw it, or a rod that allows you to effortlessly cast a lighter bait you used to cuss at on your old combo. These types of magical bonds are rare to find in a mass-produced sweatshop, which is why Vocelka Fishing and Customs came to existence, with the sole purpose of bringing you closer to your passion by enhancing the bond with you, your rod, and the bass. Confidence is everything in bass fishing, and there's no bigger boner buster than losing a big fish, not feeling like you can present your bait correctly. The list goes on and on. Mr. Vocelka is a full-blown artesian craftsman who can build you the perfect rod, no matter the size or action, custom, exactly the way you want it. He also has a wide variety to choose from right on his website, including fan favorites like the 8-foot hair jig rod, the drop shot rod, swim bait rod, the chatter chicken rod, the MH workhorse, and more. Even ice fishing. You do the whole frozen Swiss cheese thing, the ice fishing. Seen grumpy old men? Well, you can send that jiggle stick back to the antique store because Mr. Vocelka builds custom ice rods in all sizes and actions too. So head on over to his website, vocelkafishing.com. That's VOCELKA fishing.com to enhance your confidence on the water, feel your passion, and catch more bass, baby.
Yeah, I was like,
If you go.
Yeah. I was just like, there's no way this just happened, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on? Because I'm like, I have no practice. I was floating in a sand flat, and I just looked at the side scan. And I was like, dot. That's how I found that thing.
That's what it's meant to
Yes.
be.
Ride the wave.
Yeah. So we run back this bedfish I lost early in the morning. This thing had to have been 5.5, 6, 100%. Had a big old scar on its back. first cast through there early in the morning.
Just missed it with that one.
No, first cast, I literally threw a swimmer basket and it came over the boulder. I was watching it, ate right at the trolling motor, it came off.
I sat on that fish for an
That
hour.
was the one you caught at the end of the day?
No.
For an hour.
No, this was a different one. Never caught it.
I
it
couldn't
was-
get it to bite.
It was a giant.
And that fish kept coming up. I saw that fish come up and eat at least 30 mayflies.
Yeah.
And I
was
was
big.
doing everything I could to
How
get
many
that fish
mayflies
to bite.
does it take for a smallmouth to say,
Oh.
nope, I'm good?
Dude, I
30?
dug
200?
everything through my boat to try to make everything
Just
look
sitting
like a
in your boat
mayfly.
googling how to make a throw net.
Everything.
Just like, if I have braid, how do I make a throw net?
There's things I did that I don't even want to say I did that I
We won't
tried
talk
to.
about all the things.
No,
Yeah,
no.
we don't know.
I did things to try to make it look like a mayfly.
Dirty things?
Continue on.
So I'm just wondering, after the net broke,
Yeah.
did he hoopty scoop the rest?
Oh, yeah.
It was a hoopty scoop kind of afternoon.
Yes.
It looked like Noah Schultz
kind of
actual net
Yeah.
from the video.
It was a
was
little
like
long.
this long?
Little
Yeah.
long.
You know, a fly fishing net.
Yeah, pretty
much.
Well,
A ladle.
fitting
A ladle.
for a
Yeah.
post-spawn
Yeah.
mayfly bite if that's what you're doing.
Noah Schultz was just in that video that you guys have seen. He's just like, well, they don't send a net with the boat that you win.
Oh. Wow.
Every year he's got to buy a new butterfly net to put in his boat to win a new boat.
I love it.
Vexuses do come with a new net
Really?
if you get them from Intune, and just let me know before so I make sure they put a net in it.
Skeeters don't.
Do they forget it sometimes?
Apparently.
They don't come with a net. I was just trying to sell Vexus.
Yeah, I believed you.
But if you buy them from Teal, it will come with the net.
That's what I'm saying.
You had me sold.
I never got no net.
It worked. It worked.
What, dude?
The net sale.
When Teal sold
You got
my
me.
boat, he was wearing fishnets, so that kind of counts.
I've never worn those before. I do like them though, especially on a woman.
Put them on, he might still chap you about.
Is that what it's gonna take? It's for sale. Seth Fighter just fished St. Clair out of it.
Ooh, it's been touched by God.
Ooh.
There's only
Other guy.
8 marbs thick burns on it.
He's such a good dude. Top notch.
OG bastard. As OG as it gets.
Top notch.
So let's
Yeah.
get back on the
All right.
on the train.
Well, I'll tell you the rest of the day. I mean, this is like we're like probably 2:30, 2 o'clock. We're done at 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Right.
so like time's a ticking.
Yeah.
It's 8 fish, so you're not as nervous. You're leading.
We're leading. We had like a 3-pound lead or something like that. Point.
We just need to catch a bigger one.
Yeah.
Which
I'm like-
I'll be honest, I'm like I just need to catch a bigger one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
It was
I was
not-
like, so in practice, I was driving around. I was like, oh, there's a big boulder. Mark it. Pull up to it. See a big fry ball. I mean, a giant fry ball. I've never seen the biggest fry ball I've ever seen in my life. I bet you that thing was like,
It was huge.
So
she had a lot of babies.
Like, does the size of the fry ball tell you how big the fish is? Like, does
Honestly-
a 6-pounder like shoot out like
She was
like
shooting out a lot of
800
something.
fry, and like a 4-pounder only shoots out like 500 fry?
I'm guessing.
Like,
it's
I
just
think
like
so.
walleyes, right?
Yeah.
Walleyes, bigger female walleyes have way more eggs. Yeah.
Room for eggs.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
think you could tell the size of the fish?
I could see that thing was huge.
See, you have your fry ball above the rock,
Yeah.
right? And then you have your red blob in the middle.
Yeah.
Can you tell the size of the fish by the red
On
blob
scope.
in the
Oh,
middle?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I knew that thing was over 5
So
pounds.
like
100%.
the fish have an egg sac, right?
Yeah.
And so that must have more room in it over time. But like our ball sacks don't get bigger.
No, they stay the same size.
They
but
do it. They do if you don't do anything for a while.
As we
Well,
get,
yeah, if you become
like when
priest, and you
it,
got like a couple grapefruits hanging out,
Well,
like,
you don't-
slapping the old knees.
you don't jerk off for a while, and you're gonna have more little little ones.
Oh, yeah.
coming out.
Oh boy.
You gotta think.
All right.
you,
All right.
we don't have that
All right.
issue.
you gotta think these smallmouth are going a full season.
Yeah. Imagine.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
I
God.
haven't thought about it.
I never thought about that either.
Those poor smallmouth.
Wait, that doesn't happen to you guys?
Oh my
They only can do it once a year.
That's Think like a fish, live like a fish. or
Deer
something
too.
like that.
No wonder they're so
Yeah.
dumb and pissed off. Like
Well, no,
during the
no,
rut, like they say,
right.
like
But
no,
deer-
like the 12
No,
winter.
this
like,
is our
walk right up
time.
to my stand and it's
This
like, "Are you
is
a
our
doe?"
time.
Deer are different. They go from one to the other.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Oh,
they're-
they go on like
Yeah, they're
Killing
on
spree,
they're on a
if you
little
will.
streak.
they get after it.
But what do you think about bass? Are bass doing that
imagine
too?
if you like once a year, but you get 8 Viagras.
Oh.
8.
Well, that's
Dude.
like a buck and rut right there.
Funny quick
Like
story.
having a really
Oh.
sharp sword,
High
but
school
then they do
varsity
it.
hockey.
Yeah.
We had,
Maybe just you,
we had a
Jackie.
kid on our team took a Viagra.
Oh.
'Cause he had a
Whole team will
girlfriend.
never
He had a
forget
girlford or whatever. Wanted
Yeah,
to big
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Not get
yeah.
nervous. Or
That would be
something.
cool. Yeah.
Whatever.
Team won't forget it.
He literally, because he was seeing her after practice, went to the doctor. Like, went right to the doctor. The doctor had to drain it.
I've seen this one.
He did.
Like, do not take that
No,
shit.
she did.
What did wait, was
Was
it
like
he or
he's-
she?
He only
He or
took a
she?
half.
Yeah, he or she.
6 hours. He
He was hard for 6 hours.
How's that work?
he said it felt like it was gonna explode.
No.
I'm sorry.
That's what he's like. It scared me. Like, I will never do it. I don't care how old I
No,
am.
I'm good.
So like,
We're
did
fine.
the
I
doctor?
mean, I have
Did the
serious
doctor?
problems,
Did
Yeah, I'm
the,
fine.
Well,
did
you
the
got-
doctor just sit there and beat him
Never mind, I
off for like
guess, Mr. Mom.
3 hours or what?
Dude, I guess like they literally had to drain it.
Oh my god.
You got to think. You get drunk and you struggle and you're just like honestly waiting for it to be done. Can you imagine? Can you imagine 6 hours of that? That sounds terrible.
Oh, we
Granted, high school hockey, if you want to learn how to do the dumbest shit in the land, play high school hockey because I've seen it.
But a half hour of that's like damn tiring.
I love this.
You know when like
podcast.
Trump
6
like,
hours.
got all the shit for like the locker room talk, and they're like, I can't believe people talk like that. I was like, dude, I've seen so much worse. like that was the girls' locker room. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
what was varsity football like? While we're on the side
It's
quest
the
here?
same.
Dane was
It's
a
the
unit.
same.
You know it.
In varsity, the football guys taught me how to slip and slide across the locker room floor.
Yeah.
Like they would get the locker room floor out of the showers. They would get the locker room floor out of the showers, like all sudsy, and then they would like come out of the shower. What? So, on the locker room floor, and I'll never forget. This was gym class, and just football guys were teaching us how to do it.
Oh.
Shit.
And the one kid who'd never done it, slip and slides right over a floor drain.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What got
Cheese grater.
Oh yeah.
Cheese grater.
What got
Oh, yeah.
stuck?
No. Okay.
What do you think?
That got
the egg
oh
sac.
my god.
The scrotum.
Is he okay after that? Or is he like is he normal?
He went straight to the nurse.
Nurse
But,
probably
like,
hooked him up.
is he good nowadays?
No, yeah, he's fine. However, the kid who took a slap shot that shattered his nut cup,
Oh.
Yeah.
Dingmann.
Yeah.
Not Colby Dingmann, but his older brother. This is
of
the
a fitting
year.
name.
A very
year
fitting
before
name. Very
varsity
fitting
hockey.
name.
Ding man.
He took a slap shot to the nut
man.
cup. Nut cup shatters. A shrapnel pierces one of his testicles.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Only like people whipping with
That
a
is a
towel.
clap.
That's the only thing. Yeah.
And you watch those NHL guys just block shots like that?
No, but the guy that took that slap shot, I would put that in every. I don't care if it's a fucking bio on Tinder, a job interview.
We should
like
start-
one time did a slap shot.
God damn it. Best Tinder bio, go. Last of the side quest, then we're going to hear about the 6-pounder.
We should
Oh,
start
yeah.
selling tungsten nut cups.
Ooh, I never even thought about that.
You can make some money off that.
Maybe a sturdy nut.
No, parents won't buy it. Hockey equipment's already too expensive.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm
Well, they
just
got
kidding.
money. They got
What's
money.
harder than tungsten?
So wait it out.
Diamond.
Most of them.
So, best Tinder bio, go.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Because he looked at you.
Back in the day, my best one was
Oh.
fishing is what I do. Other than that, whatever floats your boat.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a good.
Ooh.
Hunter that copy paste for later.
He's got a girlfriend.
Yeah, dude.
I said for later,
Oh yeah.
like 2-3 months from now.
When she break, after she hears this podcast, she'll break up with him for sure.
Well, she's here.
Well,
I'm just kidding. It's not good. It's not good.
Just so you know, I'm not an expert on anything. Relationship advice, this is not relationship advice. Financial advice, definitely not giving that.
I'm actually not in all of these topics.
Chappie is not in on this.
You are a financial advisor.
How?
Yeah,
Did
hey,
it
you
every
are.
day.
aren't you?
Professional.
But not
Professional.
Right now, I'm not.
Oh,
Chappie
well,
is
Relationship
No.
advice.
Chappie's the last person I expect to be a financial advisor.
Don't worry about
The
it.
thing is, they're all like
Alright,
that.
take it.
I know.
Then I might talk about this system.
So,
Cut.
Degenerate.
Huh?
The tangents. I love it.
What?
we're ready to
Oh,
go.
let's just.
Do you have to pee?
Oh yeah.
Go pee.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Go
Yeah.
pee. Don't
Yeah.
hold it. That's bad for you.
Yeah.
It'll give you a tummy ache.
That's it. I need someone to rub it.
We'll wait.
No, we can just
Does anybody have the Jeopardy?
stay on the side quest.
Chappie, are you good? Are you good at you good at supporting bass fishermen? Have you talked about this? Can you,
I tried to sell him advertising. He said no.
This is the moment
Can
when we talk
Chappie-
about our sponsors.
He's so
What do
good
you
at what he
What
does.
do you
he doesn't even
think, Tommy?
need
What do you think he
Vocelka
could
rods.
do? What do you think he could?
I
What do you?
think now
I
would
think
be
he
a
could,
great
like,
It'd be a
time to
great
talk.
time to
Turn
talk
my,
about sponsors.
I'll be
$2,000 I'm losing money on, and I don't know,
An investment.
$10,000 investment.
This podcast is brought to you by
Vocelka rods.
Fishing and Customs,
thought
the
you were-
greatest fishing rods on planet Earth.
You would like to whip us.
If you throw a chicken on Gull Lake, you're gonna want the chicken rod because they might be bleeding when you catch them. They choke it so good.
If you would like to throw a hair jig further than anybody's ever seen a hair jig, me throw 'em.
Chicken like the bass up in Gull Lake.
You buy that Vocelka.
I'll be honest. As far as
Choking what?
talent goes, though, Boji is Boji's king.
We're not talking about the fish or the fisherman.
What are we choking on?
I've never
choking on who?
seen that.
What's that? Say it again.
Okay, so
Say it again.
talent.
Yeah.
As far as talent's concerned, the most talented lake I've ever seen is Lake Okoboji. And I think real quick before we get back off our side quest, we should talk about that because it is interesting, right? We fish all these lakes, right, for fish, but there is also other populations of things on said lakes, right? So Tonka, you have very rich, like prudy talent, if you will. Gull,
Inner
I
city
feel like
and inner city kind of
yeah.
snobby or
And then Gull is like where they vacation to, like their second house, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, we're here too.
You should try doing work for him.
But like Boji, all of a sudden you've got these wholesome, beautiful. Yeah, they might have wakeboard boats, whatever, right? Southern farm girls. Like I feel like every hot chick in Iowa, dad, they're like, you know what? I think we should get a lake place. There's really only one lake in the whole state.
Well, are all these people coming from Iowa
That's
though?
why. Like, if you go anywhere in Iowa, you're like, it's not a very talented state. It's because if it's summer,
They're all in Boji.
all at Boji.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And if it's winter, they're probably at like ASU or Miami.
Somebody tell me a more talented lake in the four-state area. Like, just,
Yeah,
I would love for somebody to drop.
I see
drop
where you're
one.
going
I
with that,
don't
and
think
it's-
there is.
It's the Lake Minnetonka of the South.
It's better. They're less prudy.
Did anyone else see
They bailed
the
hay.
barge with a bar on it?
Oh yeah.
The
Floating
tiki
across
bar.
the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see my Snapchat? Yeah.
Yeah, you can
It
tie
was
up
good.
to that and just put your side imaging on.
I'm not gonna lie. After about a half day on the east side, I was looking at that tiki bar. Pretty.
Oh, it looked like a good time.
You know what? That could be a lot more fun right now. Didn't do it.
Put the side imaging on. Watch from the bar.
You guys grab lunch during the day? Like you guys-
100%.
Oh yeah.
You guys do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems
Earnings
like
have been a good
you
place
talk
lately.
to like one person, they're like, no, grab lunch off the water. Like there's people who are
Clears your head.
hard practice.
Yeah.
There's something to that.
There is.
Ron
It
Mayer
clears
is
your head.
definitely a lunch guy.
He's a beer
James
guy.
the lunch guy.
It's,
Yeah.
He's a Miller
Will-
Lite guy.
Yeah.
Willie calls me
honest.
every day for lunch.
I feel
and I
like-
have to say no.
I feel like
Willie's not a lunch guy. They're like a
We get off the water at
4-hour,
1 p.m.
5-hour gap in the middle of the day kind of guy.
And then they stumble to the dock.
I feel like it comes with age. I really do.
I
Like-
told Willie at Boji that I want to do a podcast with a stripper at Okoboji nights.
Oh no.
That was your mistake. Willie was talking about that
He was
one
in
for
on
about 5 days, and he was real mad that it didn't
They
happen.
said that we could bring the shit into that place and record one there. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he told me, and I was like, let's do it, and it never happened. But
And by this shit, they were talking about Willie.
Yeah.
You could bring him in there and then record it.
Willie is the strangest, most interesting human I've ever met in my life.
I love that guy.
I love him too.
The greatest.
Just a good
One of the
dude.
greatest guys I've ever met.
Okay, let's go back. Mille Lacs.
Oh,
Net's
alright.
broken. You're like, nope, we ain't even going to duct tape it back together.
No. Full send. No.
Hoopty scoop,
Yep.
rest of the day.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
you lose a big one.
No.
That's where we left off.
Couldn't catch the 5 and
Oh,
0.
couldn't catch it.
I did lose it early in the morning though,
Okay,
but I
couldn't catch
went
it
back
again.
probably 5 times to this fish to try to catch it.
Sounds like the
The
one I
barrel
broke
fish.
off.
Or the
No,
big one.
the big one.
Oh, you cooked it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
First cast in the morning when I went to it. Yeah.
I broke off
Right.
my third cast. The fish I started on.
All right.
Fun time, ain't it?
No,
No.
That's why I
No.
always
I
preach
should have just thrown the koiki
tie,
at it
tie.
right away.
So I hooked this fish the first cast. I rolled up to it, and it was big. And I got like 2 cranks that came off. So I'm just sitting here. I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get, because it was stingy right away. Like it was hard to catch. And I went back to this fish like 5 times, and this is after the barrel fish. Like I went back. It was like I think I caught that barrel fish at 145. I think I caught it at. So I ran back there. It was 2:00. I sat there for a half hour trying to catch it again because I'm like, if I catch this thing, it's over.
Oh, 8 bites? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. We sat there, and all of a sudden I'm like, dude, we gotta run back. It's like 2:30. I'm like, dude, we gotta run back this boulder. Like, we went back to it one time and didn't get to bite. I didn't get to bite in practice either. So we roll back, and it's a 20-minute drive. 20-minute drive, and it's 2:30. We drop down, and I think it was like 2:48 or something. I remember. I remember that one. I drop down, take one cast, all of a sudden start swimming. Peel into it, and it was whatever, 6'1" it was, I think. Yeah.
You did catch it again.
No, I didn't catch that thing in practice.
yeah.
I didn't know how big it was. I just knew it was
You
there.
did lose it.
No, not that one.
Oh,
That was a different one.
okay.
I
Oh,
ran.
you said
I
you
ran.
lost it in the morning.
No, not that one.
Oh,
Somebody
No,
started
you
flow
lost the
charts.
barrel fish.
No, I lost.
So there was the barrel
Dude, there was
and
two.
the rock
There
and
was
the
a
boulder.
bedfish. There was a bedfish that I lost.
Yeah.
That was close to 6.
Oh, yeah, the one I went
Yeah,
back
in the
to.
shower.
The one I
In
went
the
back
shower.
to.
6-pounders.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
He-
Dude,
he-
I watched that fish.
This fry gutter was in
was
24 feet.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah.
That other one was
That's
But
so
I
cool.
couldn't catch it in practice.
In
and
the
I
shallow
couldn't
water.
catch-
Yeah,
I
you
went.
could
right
I
next-
ran to the
physically
right
same.
next to where we saw each other.
You knew you wanted
I
was
knew
right
how
there.
big it had to
on
have
one
been
of those
big.
boulders.
And you end up catching the same
Yeah.
deal, or did you mess with
Yeah.
your lures?
Yeah.
or-
I actually caught it on a herring. Yeah.
One more
Dropping
6-pounder.
it down or swimming it?
Swimming right over the top. Yeah.
One more 6-pounder story, and we're calling you Connor.
It was a big fish.
Real rival that.
It was 6 pounds.
I know, but there was some that were big,
Giant.
that were like almost 6, and we're gonna be 6. We're just getting mixed up.
Well, they look big through a cone.
I'm just giving shit
I can't
because I'm
tell.
staring him in the eyes, and he's watching me. So
Dude, what?
I heart you.
how's it going?
Hi, Connor.
So what would you say is the key to all your consistency? Like, you're consistent this year. You're
Yeah.
on a heater.
Yeah.
Let's walk through the mental side of that. Like
Dude.
what?
6 hours
what
of
is it?
practice.
Like,
Yeah, 6 hours of practice, and then you just
Dude,
like,
last
there
year.
is something like an approach, a mindset. There's
I had a bad
It's
year last
beautiful.
year. I had a really bad year last year.
Same.
Yeah, I think I made 1 check, maybe 2. But you know what? I was not focused on fishing. I was drinking a little bit. You know what? I quit that. I'm like, dude, yeah, sorry, Chappie. Sorry, Chappie. I'm like, dude,
Play back the tape.
I'm like, dude, I have to
we
take
quit
this seriously.
drinking.
Like, this is it's a lot of money. A lot of money to be thrown around. So I'm like, I told myself this year, I said, no drinking before tournaments. I said, I'm gonna bear down and I'm gonna do good. I told myself that before. This was in January. I told myself.
Question for all of you, but especially you, like when you get confident and you feel like you're on a roll.
Yeah.
How much better do you think you fish? Because I feel like it's just
dude.
like
You trust.
Dude,
like
You
just
trust
throw
your
any-
decisions
Yeah.
more.
It's your
like,
gut.
yeah.
100%.
And that's what he's teaching me
Yeah,
too.
just
Like
fish everything better.
I struggle with my gut. Like
Me too.
Yeah, struggle with it. Like I am making the right decisions. I struggle to get there.
I think we all do, dude.
Yeah.
I think everybody does.
Like
Everybody
if,
will.
If,
It's
if,
a
if
spectrum.
I just listen to myself more, and he's listening to himself, so me getting to see that and like us talking through it, like you wouldn't believe how much that's helping
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
So
as a fisherman.
yeah,
I'm almost
Let's talk through that.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like for me, I've heard you have a thought
yeah,
and a feeling.
yeah, yeah.
And distinguishing between a thought and a feeling is
Yep.
what I struggle with because
Yep.
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
a feeler.
Yeah.
You
And
know
it's
what I
o-
mean? And I'm a thinker.
And it's
So
it's
like,
okay if that decision doesn't
Wrong.
work.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's key,
because
I
it's
think.
a sample. You're sampling.
The key
You're
is
always
to not
sampling.
care. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm still gonna catch
Yeah.
it.
Like if
That's
you,
key.
like me
I'm
me
gonna
and
catch him.
me and Hunter and Brody went out today. We didn't catch them that good.
No.
We didn't. We thought we were.
Yeah.
It's okay. It was a sample day.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like we'll
Yeah, you don't
we'll
catch
ca-
them every day.
We'll catch them better the next day
Yes, we will.
because we sampled what we needed to.
Do you,
We would know what to if we went
For
back.
me, it's I
if we
trust
went-
myself.
If we went back and did what we did, like if we went back to the same lakes tomorrow, the way we handled it today, we would whack them so much better than we did today. Just learning what we learned today.
Yeah. Agreed. I agree.
when
It's-
you guys go into a tournament like this,
Yeah.
do you set, say we're talking a 4-hour period,
Yeah.
do you try to have, say, 8 spots and like before the tournament, this is what I think my 4 hours for this period are going to look like?
100%.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
these-
Yeah. Yeah.
and then do you deviate from it?
Dude,
Or-
I set a goal in my head, and I'm like,
Yeah.
in my head, I need to go catch. Let's
No,
just say,
but like
15
I mean
fish.
these spots. So like after pre-fishing, like the night before, the morning of,
Yeah.
you have like okay from 7 till 11. In my mind, I'm fishing here 45 minutes. I'm fishing here 25 minutes, and then you deviate, or do you say this is what my general thought is,
Yeah.
and then when do you deviate from that? If you're catching them, if you're not catching them, like, how do
Honestly,
you guys handle that?
The way I've been looking at it, and I've always tried to trust my gut, but it's been hard for me. And this year, I've been just trusting my gut 100%. When I don't feel like I'm in a fishy area, or if I'm not catching them, I'm out. I'm leaving. I don't care how many fish are there. If you can see them, if they ain't biting, you ain't catching them.
They tell you right away.
Yeah, you'll
like
know.
they tell you
10
right away.
minutes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's sample.
I think bed fishing is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Because you get so used to, especially now that we're doing it
Yeah.
with live.
Yeah.
It's like trying to
Changed
trying to get a
everything.
fish to bite that doesn't want to bite.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it's the same way when they're
Yeah.
not in a bed.
Yeah.
If those fish aren't eating, I mean, it's like trying to feed somebody a hot dog after they just got done at freaking Buffalo Wild Wing. They're full. They're done.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not interested. You can put whatever
Yeah.
you want in front of
Yeah.
their face.
Yeah.
That's a Fothergill thing too. Like
Yeah.
talk like what's I mean
Dude, that was a great podcast.
Yeah.
hottest 2
He
anglers
is-
right now. Hunter's the hottest angler in the state of Minnesota. Fothergill's the hottest angler.
Yeah.
You know what he's
Yep.
doing, and it's funny you say that because
We're doing great,
like
you guys.
he rolls like that. Like if he doesn't get a bite in 10 minutes, he's out.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Not just move the trolling motor 50 yards.
No.
Like nope, start the engine.
If you ain't feeling it, get out.
That's honestly that's what I've been feeling all year. It's like
Fisherman
you guys
is
trust
comfort.
it. Yeah,
Do you
I
guys-
have been.
Do you guys think a
My
lot of
life,
us in
I'm-
a lot of us in practice? I feel like we'll try and make something work,
Yeah.
and even if it doesn't work, we'll keep trying to make it work, and you just gotta learn to adapt to that.
Well, think like Fothergill told me this. Not to keep quoting Fothergill, but Wesley Gore taught him something, and it was just kind of that light bulb moment. Simple yet, if like, don't fish insane. And if you look in the dictionary at what the definition of insanity is,
It means you keep trying the same thing over and over again, thinking a different result's going to happen.
yep.
And
If you
as fishermen, we do it all the time.
He went to college.
You keep doing things that you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got.
Yeah.
Right.
My hockey coach told me that.
Right.
And we all
No.
do it, but you just have to learn to adapt around all that. And
It's a
learn.
new day. You have to forget shit. Like, that's the problem, is we get conditioned memories. Like,
Well, especially in Minnesota here, we're spot based, structure based most of the year, so we end up fishing a lot of memories.
yeah, due to structure.
And dude,
Right,
it's
absolutely.
a changing world in the fishing industry right now. Like
Yeah, if you go to St. Clair, it does not matter.
there's
Like,
Hey guys, Gaff here with Waypoint Angler Supply. I'm hanging out here at our JDM wall. We got a large variety of product. Hey guys, Gaff here with Waypoint Angler Supply. I'm just out here hanging out at our JDM wall with my buddy Teal, and we're going over some JDM product. We've got ourselves some Fish Arrow, some Duo Realis, Depths, and G-Crack, all for you. But it's not just the tackle that we've got. We've got ourselves some reels, some rods, all from Japan, some BFS stuff, all the good stuff that you're looking for from Japan that you can't find anywhere else. So swing on into Waypoint Angler Supply and get yourself stocked up.
Do you trailer your big outboard? Then you need the MyWedge motor support. MyWedge keeps even the heaviest motors safe and secure on the trailer. And talk about easy. Up with the motor, on with the MyWedge, back down, ready to roll. And MyWedge is built to last. It won't rot, it won't split, it won't fail. Guaranteed. Pop on MyWedge centering clips for lateral stability and you're good to go. MyWedge, security in a snap. To order yours, go to mywedge.com.
there's no
everywhere outside the state, it's less of a thing.
dude. I just got back from there and I scoped for 7 days straight. I've never live scoped that much in my life.
Do you want some neck lotion, Tommy?
I could I could use a massage tonight. Whatever Teal can give me.
Oh,
Well, you don't want me to give you a massage.
I mean,
These are mechanical.
hey, we can go get pedicures.
You,
tomorrow and
you
get a
have those
massage.
lakes like that that just have they have structure. You got some grass, some rock, but it's very little structure, and you really have to key into your baits and what those fish are keying into.
St. Clair's a lot like this podcast, not a lot of structure.
It's just a washing machine.
Yeah, 100%.
It's my favorite.
I think a St. Clair like a cereal. I think a St. Clair like a cereal.
Mine
Oh, yeah.
too.
That's the
It's
best
so
way to
fun
put
recording them. Like, whether we're recording or not, like, I enjoy these conversations.
It's the way we normally talk during
Oh, yeah.
these shenanigans that we go on.
People like the real.
They do.
I like the real.
I love the reel, man. I'm weird.
Well, dude,
It's all good.
it's a sport of
Yeah.
paint a picture of
Yeah.
what you're supposed to be.
Yep.
That is what the sport is. That's all people see is people painting a picture of what them or their sponsors think they're supposed to be.
My 100% favorite thing about bass fishing that is brought to my life is I am friends with kids that are 12 years old, and I have friends that are in their 70s.
How many 12-year-old friends?
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I totally know what you're saying.
yeah.
You just teed me
Like,
up for that. Yeah.
We're all
have to get hit down.
we all love the same thing.
Isn't that cool?
It is cool.
It is cool.
Dude.
What I love is like how different people fish and still catch them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it is a sport that you can kind of like. It's an art form.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
an art form. It's the greatest strategy game that
Yeah.
nobody will ever have
Yep.
fully figured out because it's
Yep.
always like, let's play a board game that's always changing.
Yep.
Oh, I'm good at Candyland. Oh, I'm not good at Candyland.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You could never dial this.
I love
sport in.
Candyland,
But
but I'm
really with
like,
a competitive family member when they change.
I won Candyland 5 times.
Yeah, it's just something that brings like all these different generations of people together, and we're just chasing a green and a brown fish.
What board
Like, it's
games
really
did you guys
cool.
like as
Right,
kids?
Dane?
Mine was Sonic.
100%.
Was my
Yeah,
favorite board
I
game
agree.
as a kid.
I
Absolutely.
still am a kid, dude.
It's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're over 18
All right.
Yeah. You know,
and over
I'm-
21.
how long do you get to play that card?
Yeah, you can.
No, I'm not a kid. I'm not
You
a
can
kid.
legally go to war. If you can go to war, you ain't a kid.
That's true.
Actually,
I wish I was.
in Nam, they sent some kids.
Dude, I miss school.
And WW2.
Yep.
You missing school, bro.
Dude,
Oh, dude, I miss a lot of school.
have you guys watched Pearl Harbor? Or like,
Love those movies, dude.
do you know how big of pussies we are?
Dude,
Sitting
so
around
bad.
this table?
So bad.
Can you imagine? Like, I love bass fishing, and then we get drafted, and you have to go to D-Day tomorrow?
Had a bad day. I got beached. Like, could hardly get my boat off. I
can't even believe that happened. D-Day?
I'd go in with you boys. I would.
I'd send you in.
I'll be honest. I
Thanks,
wouldn't even
bud.
go in with you boys on
I'm
a
a pretty
boat
good
because I
shield.
know there's only going to be one of us by the time we
Yep.
get to the beach.
I got that Trump in me. I dip and dive, you know?
Wow.
It's just a flesh
those
wound.
Matrix
Chappie will be
moves,
the one
huh?
to survive that boat.
Are we bringing this up?
Yeah, we might as well.
Are we taking a? Are
Trump
we taking
almost
a?
got JFK.
Are we taking a
Yeah.
Vexus to D-Day, or what kind of boat are we taking?
It was the CIA.
CIA.
That's who did it.
Think so?
Yep. Actually, no. The CIA wouldn't have missed like that.
Yeah, that's true.
They paid. No, have you seen the movie Shooter?
Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't the Archbishop that got killed. No. It was some lady behind him. Like, what? Is that not. Is the movie Shooter not playing out right before our eyes right now? Oh, wait. The shooter got
For legal
killed.
purposes,
Yeah.
these are all conspiracies.
This
But
one
Mark
missed.
Wahlberg didn't take the shot. So maybe the guy they framed
Yeah.
is still running.
What a head tilt, though. I know they just released it today. Like, and when I watch it right off the bat, when he he points at the chart, tilts his head, and then it hits his ear, and then they came up with some like computer model that shows like original head position versus like right after he had said it, and basically like in that split second, it was if he hadn't like motioned towards the screen, he'd be dead.
Oh.
And it's like that. Like, it's just a split second.
I'm just wondering how they let that guy on that roof in the first place.
Yeah, okay, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Someone needs to get fired. 100%.
Oh, he's fired at least 10.
Oh yeah.
You're fired.
You almost let me get killed.
See
You're
this
fired.
here? See this here? New Secret Service. You're all fired.
It's no secret.
Hey,
Everybody
I like the
knows
accent.
you're the
Love
worst
it.
Secret
Love it.
Service ever. It's the biggest non-secret ever. You're the worst Secret Service in the world. Everybody knows it.
They told me to be diverse, so I hired some gay Secret Service. Never again. Never again.
Yeah, they can't shoot.
I said I want some gays on the Secret Service.
They were happy to watch me get shot. They didn't take it correctly. They were just too happy.
Happy, 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 happy.
I don't know which molehill to go down on this one. But I started my drive up to Gull yesterday, like, I don't know, 5 minutes after this whole thing happened. And I just, like, happened to hop in my truck. And I was plugging in the address to where I was coming up. And it went off on my phone, so I just instantly turned on live news and then played it. And I had my earpiece in as I was driving up and just listening to the news. And originally, it was announced that he was shot by a BB gun.
We watched it.
Which
we
I
watched it.
still
We
have
were-
not
yeah.
seen
It was
anywhere.
live.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were sitting here.
Yeah. Shit happened live. Yeah.
The first
kinda
announcement
wild.
they reported was it was like a low caliber, maybe like a BB gun.
No.
This was MSNBC, and they're like, it seemed like apparently they're like, ooh, we should backtrack that because that was not even close to right. But like, what a crazy ordeal for the country. Like I don't know how that could have ever happened, to be honest.
It's pretty messed
I'm
up.
not gonna lie. I don't care what side you're on.
No.
I don't want to see any
No.
president get shot. I
No.
don't care how much they hate him.
There's no room for that.
Yeah.
No.
There shouldn't be any sides. Like, just people come together,
I don't
man.
even want to see Hillary get shot.
No.
No, like nobody.
I
Like
could take it.
what? Like so? What's
Yeah,
crazy?
we could take some shots with her.
What's weird is more presidents were assassinated
Yeah.
before we were living. No president got assassinated
I believe
while
that's-
I've been living.
1981, I believe,
Whoa.
was the last time.
We got,
Wasn't there an attempt on Reagan?
we got very
Yeah.
lucky.
That
Yes,
was
there was.
1981.
Yeah.
Very, very lucky.
I don't know the details on that one.
Could be off.
Dude,
You haven't seen
it
it?
was close.
Or just...
The 81.
Oh, yeah. It was, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I could
I
be
was
wrong at that time.
The fact
Chappie
that
was
like,
alive then.
Kennedy's, like, multiple got assassinated is wild to me.
Yeah.
Just, dude,
It's hard
if
to know what to
you
believe in
go,
this country.
well, if you just do enough research, you will end up depressed.
Yeah.
Like,
Unless you do a little bit more,
no,
and then Hillary will get you. Or depressed. Depressed is fine.
So what happened when you caught that big fish?
Yeah.
I said, oh my gosh, like
He
20
won
times.
all
what
of our
did your
money.
so this stoner kid you had? Just kidding.
He was a river rat. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it explains it all.
Yeah.
He's like, I think there's an eddy over there.
Going around the boulder.
What did he say when
Round
the
the
6-pounder came in?
Not a fucking thing.
He didn't.
No.
Hey.
Like,
Everybody gets excited.
I
different.
got excited
true.
as you could.
True
You
story.
saw it. Yeah.
I get excited.
I think I said we can't.
I'm an
I
excited
counted.
human being.
It was. I said, "Oh my gosh!" like 20 times. Because
that's fine.
I saw that thing down there because the water was so clear. I was like,
You get to
Oh.
say whatever you want when you get a
dude,
Oh.
dude, that thing was just like laying there. I was like, oh my gosh, this thing's huge.
You can say I love squirrels. You can say anything.
Maybe.
You know, I had a Yeti cooler locked in right before he caught that fish. He didn't even need the fish.
I'm using that thing for work now.
I work
It's
hard.
nice. I know.
I
you do.
work
I know
hard.
you do.
How does that feel? He uses the cooler to like use it as a stool. He's just
I know. He just
he's like, hey,
he doesn't
Lyle.
even put anything in it.
Yeah, I
he
do.
just sits on
I
it.
actually use it for work now.
Bedfish off of it, like
Yeah.
put it up by the troll.
No,
Yeah,
no,
right?
no.
Right? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. But you know what? I didn't know that fish was there. If I would have shared that fish with him and then he caught the fish and won the Yeti cooler, then I would be upset.
I didn't know the fish was there either.
But I'm good.
I
How
sure
big
did.
it was. I did not know how big that thing was.
That's so cool.
Yep.
It was just, dude, it was doing weird things. It was just like swimming up to the surface. Like it wouldn't come bust. It wouldn't bust on anything. It just swim up to the surface and it'd swim back down.
There should be
Dude, it
more.
was weird. It was the weirdest
There-
thing. And I knew it was acting like a big one, so I just was like, dude, I gotta keep going back.
There should be more of that going on Mille Lacs. though. There really should.
There is.
More
There
what?
is. Like we should have had more of that.
Oh, yeah.
6 ones on Garden
yeah, dude.
Fry.
The whole lake was getting into summer.
Yeah, but there should have been more of that. Like,
There was.
The water
Maybe
temp
not
was only,
a
what,
lot of
60?
6-pounders, but
yeah,
It was
There's
interesting.
a lot
The
of
water
fry.
temp was like
Oh, yeah.
Full
that.
moon.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's what I was like.
Dane and I won a tournament. Bedfish and offshore deep.
Well, you
Like
won a
late
tournament.
June.
I
You won a
think so.
tournament, yeah,
Yeah, I
late
think
June,
so.
like way back in like what
We
2017.
literally were 2D'ing bedfish.
yeah.
I was in high
That's
school.
sick.
Like this
It
was
was
like
sick.
a long time
Yeah.
ago.
I was doing the same thing, dude. Off Big Point, like I had, me and Figgy fished that tournament, and I had bedfish 2D'ing on boulders.
Dane figured it
How
out,
crazy is that?
and then I just duplicated it. But that was some wild shit
How
at
crazy!
the time.
I didn't know they were bedfish at the time, or fry garters, or whatever they were doing. They were probably doing both, but
Well, I was sight fishing shallow catch and
yeah,
3 3/4 to 4.5. I called Dane. I was like, dude, I am whacking him, but I cannot catch a 5 yonder.
you had to get over
And
the
Dane's
top.
like, I found one.
and it was peeing, and it was
Yeah,
And it was, And then you're like, that peeing clued you in. And then I'm like, and then we both just ran it.
cool.
But we still, even when we ran it, we only found
Half dozen?
6 fish.
that were over 5.
Well, since I've started like really getting into bass fishing, live scope's been around the whole time.
Right.
So I can use that to key in on these fish. How did you use 2D sonar to figure this out?
We would side image.
We didn't use 2D.
Okay.
We'd
But
side
was
image
the side-
to find 'em.
Was the
You'd
side
put it-
imaging that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
just
so
like it is now.
yeah,
Lawrence
dude.
Yeah.
Well,
It
this
was
is-
like a hair step
I still-
along.
Yeah.
This is
I-
what like Gen.
That's how we used to
three.
fish.
I still use
I mean,
455 today.
It just takes
I do.
longer.
Yeah.
But
It's
That hurts.
you can do it.
Yeah. 100%.
Because I'll run 200 feet on each side on 455. I'll see the boulders I need to see.
you,
Like you don't
That's
need
a
you don't
nugget.
you don't need to run 1,000.
You don't need detail.
no,
No.
But and
big
see,
tail's gonna get
the 455 is the best
Lawrence.
setting for all around.
Yeah.
The higher frequency is good for deep, and when they say deep, we're talking like deep water.
Yeah.
Not 20
Yeah.
feet.
100%.
Not 20 feet.
run 455.
Yes,
100%.
yes.
On Lawrence.
From
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. Like
And
Humminbird, the best imaging is on Mega.
Yeah,
1200.
it is. But the
Lawrence,
450
the best imaging is on 455.
Yeah.
Bump your contrast down.
But I've
That's
heard
the big thing.
when
Yes.
you raise that, don't you have to shorten distance? Like normally we're running our distance on like 100 feet on either side.
Yeah.
When you raise that, don't you have to like shrink it down to like 50?
When you're on 455
455
on a Lawrence,
you
you
can
can,
100.
run
Anything.
50,
Yeah.
400.
But
Dude,
what about
I
what about when
I
you
can
raise?
see
What about
I-
when you raise it to the higher frequency?
Higher
It changes.
frequency,
It changes your
shorter
contrast. It changes your contrast. So you have to play around with that from your 455 first, and then it's really only improving the reach and depth in your water. Like you're only getting clarity in deep water.
Yep.
So like for Minnesota guys, it really doesn't pay to use it.
Yeah.
And that's
455
just, that's
where
just
it's at.
due to our pro sonars now, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And see, like when we found out that deal, we were only scanning and we only had the imaging to find likely areas.
You guys run HGS Gen 3s?
Yes,
Yeah.
Gen 3s, and it was where your .1 puck was and where your sensor
even
was.
know.
You had to
Was I born
calculate the
No.
offset, and then you had to use the .1 heading sensor to make sure that you were within like a 5-foot casting window, and you had to cast 50 foot and try and hit a rock in 18 feet of water, 15 feet of water without seeing it, without using forward facing. So you'd have to do it for 20 minutes until you caught one, and then if it was peeing or if it bit funny and it like picked it up and dropped it, then you knew there was one there.
Yeah.
It was
So tedious.
So,
I
This-
like,
was
I
like-
give you guys respect for that.
Yeah.
I like you
Now it's
guys
like-
because you guys saw what I saw.
We saw the whole change.
bud.
Like I started with
Yeah,
an
that's
X85,
Yeah.
black and white, using a ounce football jig to find hard spots on my
Yeah,
home lake in
like-
a 14 footer, and then then I got Humminbird first side imaging, and it was like, oh, like it's weird because
but it's not.
we've had to change. Like, no, dude, it's
Yeah.
our generation. Like
Yeah.
we went through
Yeah.
no internet to dial-up internet. To,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and then with fishing, like I can't believe we used
There's
to
a-
fish how we fish.
there's
But
a-
Dude,
We've
yeah,
seen everything.
we did
absolutely.
it, we would whack them.
Dude,
there's
we
a huge-
wrecked 'em.
There's something to be said about it though, because complacency as a fisherman, I think, is your biggest weakness. And then it goes back to what you said about trusting your gut.
Yeah.
So this is how I relate the two, business included, because running a successful business, you can't be indecisive.
Yep.
So as a fisherman, you have to be extremely quick to make decisions.
Yep.
And if your gut's telling you something, be
Yep.
more decisive, right?
Yep.
Here's the key to that though, in business too, but as a fisherman, you have to realize if that decision was a good or a bad decision fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Yep.
it was a bad decision, you have
gotta
to be
feel
okay
out.
with changing that direction. But if you don't make a decision and you just sit and you think about it, just like technology, if you are so good at picking up side imaging and then we just rely on side imaging and we don't get on the forward facing train, you have to have the same ambition using the next technology,
We have a
just like
system.
the decision that you make in a tournament day and say, hey man, we're rolling with it, and it's not life or death. So if you make the wrong decision, it's okay. You can make 10 wrong decisions in a derby and still win.
A five
You
fish.
just have to make decisions. and then you will make the right decision that should clue you in. But you have to know if that is a good route or a bad route, and just go and go.
Yeah,
and
and
business is the same freaking way.
Yeah.
And that's where I think.
I think you need to always treat everything as sampling.
Yep.
Sampling.
And
I like
we had a
decisiveness.
system. So Hunter,
Yeah, what's up?
we had a system. We won 3 out of 4, or no, we won
3,
2.
and then took second, and then the 4th, and then the 5th we just
7.
didn't have to even.
We had the most insane year. We
Yeah.
had a system
Yeah.
with the old technology, right?
Yeah.
A system that was. We didn't realize how good our system was at the time, right?
Well, that's the coolest part. This is before forward-facing sonar.
Yep.
But that's also the problem, is because when forward-facing sonar came out, it was the first time in my life I didn't adapt and I didn't change because something had worked so good.
Complacency.
But you guys were above the curve back when we were doing
At
all
the
this
time.
with 2D and
At
side
the
scan
time,
stuff.
that's it.
But, I mean, you guys are going to catch up very quick.
We're playing catch up, and it ain't quick, but we're getting there.
It's
But,
hard,
like,
it's hard
Dude,
for
it's
us.
hard.
You got to look at it. Too.
I was never able to learn the 2D stuff.
You got to look at it too. Is these kids in this generation right now, they grew up on playing video games, right? It's a big video game, right? You stare at that screen, they know exactly what's going on, right? When we started out with 2D, it wasn't a video game, right? We couldn't see our stuff drop down to the bottom. We were just trying to, hey, is it there? Is it not there? I mean, these kids now that are coming out, they're so used to that new technology. I mean, I had a flip phone, right? We all had flip phones. We couldn't take pictures and send them to anybody. Same way, right? New generations that are coming up, they're so used to this new stuff. I mean, I think video gaming plays a huge part in this the young kids, you know, with the forward-facing sonar. And now us older, I don't know how to use it as good as these guys. I'll stand up on the front of the boat while he's tying up, and I'm like, yeah, what am I looking for?
Yeah,
I
what
can
is
see
this?
that fish
They're
down
good.
there, right? And he's like, yeah, it's like 40 feet right in front of the boat. And I'll throw down there, and I still, you know, I got old man eyes, 50-year-old eyes, you know, looking at that going, yeah, I think that's my drop shot going down there where he can go. And he's done it. We've been on the front of the boat together, fishing tournament. I'll throw at it, and he'll be like, he's got it. I don't even know. Didn't feel no bite. Reel up, set the hook.
Yeah.
It's there. And I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, really? This is,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But I think it's one of the most important things too. Like with my son, bringing him up, showing him how to fish, and
Yeah.
getting him to feel what that jig feels like getting thumped. Not watching it getting thumped. Like feel what that drop shot feels like getting thumped.
There's a level of well-roundedness
There's-
when you
yeah.
have
Yeah.
the old school mixed with the technology.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Get on a school of fish. Close your eyes. Throw it out. Shake it. Feel what it feels like for a fish to pick it up.
So does Brody...
Everybody has goosebumps right now at this table
Does
That's some
Brody
Talladega Night shit.
because they know that feeling.
It's a goddamn cougar in the car.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you need to feel.
Do you catch him staring at that screen?
Yeah.
And then you turn it off and teach him how to feel a bite.
Yeah, I
like
do.
these.
Yeah.
Dude,
100%.
that is
Respect.
that is the
Yeah.
dad pro tip of the week.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
That was a good dad.
Because you need to.
We
you
had one of
need to
Kevin's a good
know.
dad too.
You need to know what it's like to catch fish with your feelings,
Dude, before live
You ever
scope,
make
we
Hunter?
drank.
Hey, turn that shit off. Wear this.
Yep.
Dad, there's a goddamn cougar in the car.
Yeah. You want to talk about a dad? This guy.
I'm gonna put a boat wrap on it next year. It says me with the big cool.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Shit, Ricky, I was high when I said that.
About it.
You can be second. You can even be third.
We need to introduce the dad of the night.
No, that's you.
I got a
You,
peek.
bud.
This is
Not
the
looking
big
good.
man, Kevin Wendt.
Time for a pee break.
Big
Yep.
timer.
Let's take a pee break quick.
Cut.
Yuri's.
Cut.
I tried right there,
carry on.
Kevin.
Carry on. I'm just peeing.
Yeah, we're right on.
You know
What do you want to talk about, Lyal?
You're a good dad, bud.
Dude, that's fucking respectable though. Teaching your kid how to drag a 3/4 ounce jig to feel what the bottom feels like.
Yep.
That's That's something a lot of people don't know.
They have to be willing to receive it, and that's a hard thing to
He
get.
does,
yeah,
too.
that's a very hard thing.
I feel like there's a certain generation that, like me, Hunter, and a couple of years were in that got it, and I don't think a lot of other people get it. But his kid is gonna take my lunch money. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
If he does, and I just
it
want
happens
to have
quick,
fun.
man. It happens
Dude,
super
I'm
quick.
telling you,
Yeah.
what your kid could,
Yeah.
what your kid could do at 10 years old.
Yeah,
Dude, I didn't even start bass fishing at 10 years old.
it's all right.
No,
right.
I mean I'm doing well.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
your kid is so far.
yeah, appreciate that.
You know what though? It's a passion though.
You gotta-
that a father
It is.
is passionate
It
about.
is.
I mean, it's a passion thing.
Yeah,
And if he doesn't have that passion that you do for fishing, I mean, maybe he's got that passion for baseball, soccer,
yeah, and that's all right.
racing, whatever.
100%. Like,
Does he want to? Does he
Yeah.
want to fish?
yeah, absolutely. Like I've always told him, like, if you don't want to come, you don't have to come because I'm gonna go. Like I'm gonna go fishing.
All day.
Yeah, all day, like all day, and not stop, even if I'm not catching them, all day. But if you want to go, you're welcome. 100% welcome. And when you want to be done, I'll be done.
And he stays out there
Yeah.
as long as you need.
And he wants to be out there all day.
Well, and that's
Sunrise to sunset.
So he's with me.
That's
which
why
is cool.
when I started with Hunter, and
Yeah.
Lyle, you and I know we've had this
Yeah,
conversation.
I
many
feel like
times.
we're the same.
You know, and so I met Lyal, probably about 3 years now. Mm-hmm. And he would call me up, you know, after the first year that we met and kind of got to know each other. He'd call and he says, Kevin, he says, because I'm jealous of what you and Hunter got. And I said, why? He says, because that's the same exact thing that I want with me and Brody. And I started out Hunter when he was young, 5 years old. Threw him in a little tin boat, 14-foot boat, and we'd go to little pothole lakes, and I'd throw him in. And I told him, I said, we'll fish until you're ready to go home. If that was an hour, that's what we fished. If it was 5 hours, that's what we'd fish, right? Because I didn't want to burn him out. Second, third time we got in the boat, we were gone all day long. Getting a call from Mama saying, hey, you guys coming home? Dinner's almost ready. Hunter doesn't want to come home. You know, we're going to stay out till he's ready to come home. You know, and it started to turn out, you know, 7, 8 years old, man. We were spending, you know, a good 12, 13 hours on the lake. I'm like, Hunter, I'm even getting tired. I'm like, come on, let's go home. Like,
I'm ready
like,
to
no,
go.
he did not want to get off the lake, you know.
Spent the whole third grade on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
The
Yeah.
whole year.
That's why
It
I'm kind
showed.
of dumb.
It shows.
That's why I landscape.
It might be your dad's fault, but probably not. Gonna it's more of a genetic thing.
genetics. Yeah.
Bass fishermen aren't the smartest people on the planet.
That's
Unless-
fine.
So why do you
Unless you're Chapman.
Yeah.
Chapman's pretty smart.
why just landscaping? Why don't you do something in the fishing industry that is a career?
Dude, I want to. I would love to.
You have the capability.
I know I do. But
Think about this.
Dude,
You're
I
fishing
love
in the-
it.
Ain't that easy?
no,
Dane?
no, Dane.
you're-
Sorry.
Yeah, a lot
Sorry,
of us want
Dane.
to freaking
But
do
it
that
is.
for a living.
It is.
It is though.
You tell me.
It is because you just have to have a skill set, which you have.
Yeah.
You have to have the effort, which
Yeah.
you clearly have, and then it just takes time.
Yeah.
You can't bake a cake in 5 minutes. But if you want it bad enough,
Yeah.
just like you learned this year, you
You
can
ever had
do
an
it.
easy bake oven? 3 minutes, Dane. 3.
You put it in the microwave and it's done
Don't-
in 5 minutes.
You taught me how to make scrambled eggs in a microwave, damn it. You taught me
College.
how to do that.
College will do that to you.
Yes,
It will.
Top ramen? You ever had top ramen?
For sure.
Who the hell's ramen?
Dude, I don't want to landscape for the rest of my life.
Right.
No.
So why not start doing something different now? You're part of a platform that
Yeah.
reaches
100%.
thousands of people.
Yeah.
The Champions Tour has created a platform for all of us to have an opportunity to get part of that pie.
Yeah.
And you,
Yeah, all of
Have-
us
have
Hunter, we
equal
should all be
opportunity
on the
to do it.
platform.
it's right there for the taking. All you
He's
gotta do
taking
is-
more pie than anybody, and I'm just wondering how much more pie you want him to take.
So let us on the platform, is what we're saying.
He's had plenty of pie.
No, man.
I like
He's
pie,
had
it's
plenty of
obvious.
pie. What are you trying to
man.
say? How much more pie does he need to have?
Somebody get the this guy some lettuce.
Somebody get this man's more pie.
Chappie,
What?
I'm
Yes.
hustling. Leave me
This
alone.
is what's
More
so great.
pie.
This is what's so
More
great
pie?
about your conversation.
More pie, Dane.
100%.
More pie.
Every single one of us should have our own pie. It should be a bakery. Everybody should get paid. And if you want 10 pies, and
Do you
if-
want him to take 7th instead? Because he just took first twice.
imagine if
More pie, Dane.
more Noah Schultz's.
You haven't won enough boats. More
There's
pie.
no boats.
Can you imagine if the payouts were 5
Stop.
times greater
We have to beat
and
him
you
Tuesday.
paid less to get in? Or what if?
I wish I was Noah Schultz.
No, you're Hunter Wendt. You stay being Hunter,
How
many-
I agree.
and
but
Tommy's gonna stay
Brooke,
being
he would like
Tommy.
6 kids.
I like
Maybe
kids.
7.
I
just
like
to
kids.
one up him.
Kids are cool.
You gotta start now.
7 kids. It's an odd number. Brooke, he wants 7
Dang,
kids.
Keep going, bud.
He wants 7 kids.
He limits himself.
Yeah, I agree.
All of us do.
I think
We all
I
do.
don't want 7 kids.
Some people don't.
feel
Though.
like you both. Most tournament anglers and guides are not covered fully or properly. Most insurance policies don't cover exposure due to tournaments and guiding. Taking the chance of using the wrong insurance gives the insurance company an out when settling a claim. How will the insurance company know that you're fishing tournaments or guiding? Well, social media is their number one resource. And guess what? They use it. Lake Country Insurance offers one of the only products that can cover both tournament and guiding use in your vessel. Anglers don't seem to hesitate spending $50,000 to $100,000 for a boat. Why risk that large asset all because you wanted to save a few extra shekels? Are you nuts? Call the folks at Lake Country Insurance today and make sure you have the proper coverage for your boat before the unexpected happens. Call 612-285-3113 today or visit their website lcisagency.com. That's lcisagency.com. Need to start
he just
working
needs a
out
little-
if you're gonna have 7. It's a lot.
Push.
I'm a unit, dude.
He'll get there.
I feel like
It's 'cause he's
Noah.
young.
I haven't seen Brooke drink any. Maybe they might be
It's because he's young.
You're the best.
This is Cappy, folks. So.
Oh my gosh.
More pie.
Hey man,
I like pie.
If someone could get in there and offer everybody all of the great things that come with that platform, dude,
More pie.
dozens of pies.
So, what suggestions would you have for the industry? You're obviously part of it.
Yeah.
For somebody wanting to get into it professionally, or like as a
Yeah.
not professionally fishing wise, but as a profession.
Yes,
What-
entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Where do you see opportunity?
How does one get this pie?
There's it's
Can I-
infinite.
Can I say something? So
Wait.
last summer, Dane put out mass something on Facebook, didn't you? You're looking for guys to help represent your brand and grow your brand.
Rod builders and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
rod builders and stuff. And
Yeah.
we chatted.
Not what you think it would be.
We chatted.
Working conditions
We'd
were
like
tough for
you to be
Chapman.
on our pro staff.
No, but
we
they're-
offer
they're-
10% off
Yeah,
on
yeah,
every
yeah.
product we carry.
Come work on my rod instead.
But it's all about scratching. It's
You have to
all
pay
about,
$3
it's
grand to
all
wrap
about
your boat.
scratching each other's backs. It really is in this
In a way.
industry.
In
Funny
a way.
thing about my back.
Let's be honest. This industry
really-
is all about sucking that dick. Right?
Support.
Let's get in there, get it done. It's just like Hollywood. It's just like
you
Hollywood.
gotta-
Okay, but why?
You
Get
gotta
on that
s-
Weinstein.
You gotta support. You gotta support. You
Don't-
gotta support what you believe in. You gotta support your friends, and like good products like what you put out, what Classic Bass is putting out.
Yep.
You gotta support.
And be willing to pay for your friends' good products, because I think
100%.
now,
Be willing to spit on that thing.
100%. That's the direction I was going, because I will pay whatever for your rods, because it's putting food on your table.
Yep.
and I've met your wife. I've met your kids.
But it's paying
And
for
I'm-
other people now too.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm more than happy to put my money into your household
Yeah.
because I know what it's doing for you.
I know me and Dane had this conversation probably
Yep.
2 years ago now, and he was talking about expanding and trying to build more rods.
Yep.
And I said he couldn't keep up with production for how many people wanted to buy his hair jig rods at that time. Now,
Yep.
obviously, that's expanded so much. And he was trying to figure out how to expand. I said, you just need to price that higher. And don't feel guilty about it. You need to price it higher.
They're worth more.
Because they're worth that. Mm-hmm. And don't feel like you need to. And I know the easy way is to want to discount for friends. But in this industry, we're all friends and we're all buddies. And so you're going to discount everybody at that point. You can, like, where are you going to draw that line? And I also encourage people to not try to get that discount, obviously. But help your buddies, help themselves work in this industry, because we'd all rather buy a rod from Dane than from some big corporate company.
Maybe not everybody, but some people, yes.
The easy choice to make with rods is to send them to a sweatshop overseas.
100%.
That's an easy decision. Like, I don't even need to make these.
Dane has a sweatshop right in his basement.
Let's make our own sweatshop.
It's local here in Minnesota, not quite as hot, and less children, but they're still sweating and trying to get their homework done.
They have AC.
Have you heard about the sweatshops overseas? Like, we all like text on these phones. We live on these phones. Did you know the place that builds those phones has nets outside the window so people can't die when they jump out?
That's honorable.
What do you
Did
think
you know
about all
that?
our
Like,
jab?
I did not know
that
that.
is a thing.
I
They
did
will
not
never
know that.
want, like, nobody wants to show you that.
Communists.
But outside every sweatshop window, there's a net so people can't kill themselves.
They look kind of like Tommy.
Teal, what about all our fishing lures that come from overseas?
So, like, when I talk about sweatshops, I was not talking about the lure making facilities in Japan. Those people love their job.
But what about our American baits that are made in China?
Those people hate their jobs.
Okay, so
Like, those people hate their lives.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even hate their jobs. They hate their lives.
all our people born our tungsten. Could
We
you
don't
imagine?
know how good we have it, dude.
Dude, we get the bass fish whenever we want.
We are the luckiest fucks on planet Earth. Don't forget it.
We think we're the luckiest fucks.
No, we don't on a daily basis. We think, wow, why isn't this bass biting?
Right.
Oh, man.
Right.
Oh, I got to fill up my car. Oh, man. Rents. Oh, man. No. We are the luckiest human beings on planet Earth.
And especially in Minnesota, we get to catch bass nonstop.
We are so blessed.
During the season.
Oh,
It's amazing.
But
It's
you
nonstop
go
for
down
4
south and
months
you
of the
catch
year.
5 bass and you're having a good day.
But back to, like, hand-built,
This
American
is a
made,
Popeyes 2 miles down.
true American craftsmanship. American craftsmanship is a lost art. True American craftsmanship is a lost art.
100%.
I love seeing people bring that back, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, let's bring our jobs back. Dane's like, I brought my job back. I don't know about you guys, but I'm making my own tattoos and my own fishing rods.
By the way, Dane, I want a tattoo.
No one makes a better hair
Tattoo.
jig
Should we
rod
do a
than
tattoo right
Dan. No one.
Done.
Best one on the market.
Is that right?
Done.
Like, when that thing loads up,
Perfect. You'll never pop them off.
when that hair jig rod
Tomorrow.
loads up,
Before
it's like
the
a
meeting.
Viagra pill. Just
Yeah.
I told
Make it happen.
You won't lose a bass.
I told Dane after every cash is checked, I will buy a rod until I feel satisfied with my rod selection. So I'm gonna buy a new rod on Tuesday.
so you have 2 rods?
No, I
I
have
need more than that.
Are we talking about
4
Tuesday?
now.
We're talking about rods.
3.
But
Talking about
see now,
playoff.
that's creating job opportunities for me and for employees.
Yeah.
And it comes full circle because that is just one example of a job in the industry.
Yeah.
There are so many non-fishing related careers in the fishing industry that should
Yeah.
take place, from financial advising and investments to
Yep.
home lending, mortgage stuff with
Yep.
the dream team over there. There's a lot of different things outside of it that are still part of it. It's a community of very dedicated anglers that want to help each other.
The weird thing about the fishing industry to me, it seems like if you work in it, you don't get to fish as much.
That depends, but yes.
Think about the seasons. Like, I've noticed it with boat sales. Like, our busy season, I would only get one tournament in May because boat sales were so
But we are talking,
busy.
that is one part of it.
But, like, we're speaking to people who are like, what do I want to do?
Right.
And you don't have to be any age. There's no rules to life. Like, life is telling you when you're 16, you have to know what you want to do. It's career day. What are you going to do when you get older?
But why?
Who cares? Like, there's no rules on what you do when in life. It's your life,
This is
and
not
you get
legal
to live
advice.
it how you want to live it. Now,
Yes. But
Teal,
he's not
Teal.
yet. He's
But-
doing landscaping. So
I
he-
understand that,
Yeah.
but I'm
He's not
bartending
even
part-time.
Mexican.
Yes.
Even-
Like, I'm bartending part-time. Like,
Teal.
you want to point, like, it doesn't matter what you do.
do you
It's-
like doing what you do?
I love bartending.
Perfect.
It
Yeah.
just doesn't pay enough.
Even if you can't get paid PTO to go take time to fish a tournament, take the time off.
Yeah, man.
It's worth every minute. It's worth every minute. That's what I'm.
That's
I-
the problem.
You could die in a car crash
dude,
tomorrow.
I was.
right.
I'm a
We
mechanic.
cheat death every day.
I'm a mechanic. I fix cars for a living. I was a foreman in a high-end shop in Fargo.
Yeah, a few
And
minutes after this.
I get
Need a few bearings.
got fired
Looked at.
right away. I gave up my leadership role so I could take more time because I felt like I was giving more time to my family than I could to my job, which is fine.
Which is perfect.
Perfect.
actually.
Yeah.
Which is perfect because I want to take my kids snowboarding in the mountains and I want to fish in the summer. So
I want a vasectomy.
Write this down.
We can do that. Lay on the table.
Not because I don't love Brody. It's
Yeah,
'cause
he's-
I can't
I mean,
handle
look at that kid.
I've seen a couple of
Look at him.
videos. Give me
But-
the knife.
I'm just not built for it.
but
Yeah,
You're
I'd be
good.
great
Teal,
on
I'm
Teal, you'd be a
fine.
good dad.
I know I would. People
best
tell me that all
best decision I ever made because I can leave work and I don't feel like I'm leaving my responsibilities.
Time to go earn that tax.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
What is that? What? Yeah, what?
Like I leave work and I feel like I'm not leaving my responsibilities.
Can you say it one more time so I
I
just
feel
make
like
sure
I can
understand?
leave work and I'm not leaving my responsibilities.
That last word he's not familiar with.
I-
Spell it out.
I struggle with that.
Yeah,
Are you talking about balance?
balance.
good.
It's a good. It's
Is
a
that
good,
what you're referring
It's
to?
a good balance
A
because
work-life balance?
it's a work-life balance because life needs to be more about living life.
Yeah.
It doesn't
There we
need
go.
to be about just working, paying your bills, and I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say.
You weren't born to just
You
pay
weren't
bills and die.
born to learn.
You weren't
just
born
pay
to just-
bills and die.
You gotta live
That's
life.
right.
You gotta live life.
How's government coming right now?
You
Yes,
gotta.
you were. Yes, you were.
Do you know how many people like live
Yeah.
just to pay bills and die?
Dude, screw that.
That's what, dude.
Anytime, like
That's why
I'm
you
gonna try
better.
to-
How bad
that's
would that
the number.
suck?
That's the number one thing.
That's why we.
Dude, that's the number one thing. Teal. That's the number one thing I'm going to try to teach my kids. Find something you love.
And don't pay your bills.
Well,
Find something you love that's not
But-
crack.
but enjoy.
But if it's crack, it is okay.
Figure out how to
You'll die
figure out how to
sooner.
enjoy life, dude. Like just God, if you
So
can
touch
enjoy
on
life.
Touch on what Dane said. You know,
Yeah.
you talk about working in the fishing industry or being a landscaper or whatever. So when Hunter started this, we'll call it journey to start off, I told him, I said, chase your dreams, right? You only get one chance to chase your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You got the rest of your life to work, right? To figure it out. Okay. So that's what we did. I mean, we started this young, and last year when I sent him off, and I said, all right, man. So all this Champions Tour, everything tournament-wise, everything he's done, he's paid for on his own. Okay. There hasn't been a dime out of me and my wife's pocket other than, part of the boat payment, stuff like that.
Pie here and there.
Absolutely. Little pie here and there.
Obviously, a pie.
Throw a little brisket in the smoker for him. You know, when he gets
It ain't
home.
just-
But
But it ain't
it's
just
one of
apple
them
pie.
things. It feels more gratifying when you earn it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You put your own hard money into it, you earn it, right? So last year is the first year we kind of really sent him off on his own, really, and said, hey, find some guys to shack up with, go on your Champions Tour, you know, let's see how it goes. And I mean, he wound up going to strip clubs. Who knows? I mean, I didn't know half the stories when he come in. Right. I don't know. Were you part of that?
Job
Hey, they were
Yeah.
giving out
Yeah,
applications,
Yeah,
Kevin.
Yeah.
it was an application process.
was
He was
landscaping.
showing up and he was going to be a bouncer.
Capper was a stripper.
They were going to
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I heard. I just
ain't a
found that
stripper.
out.
Some of the best
Found out that Capper was a stripper. Unbelievable. That was awesome.
You'd be surprised.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
Still got the video.
Not me.
As long as he's-
Of Capra?
You know, and this year it's totally changed,
Oh.
right?
Pay-per-view right there.
The maturity level that I now see in between his last year of high school to now 21 has grown exponentially, right? He's got his life straight. He's got a job where he's working full time. His boss lets him off to do what he wants. He can concentrate on the lake. It's weird that we talk about this because when we were on Leech here a few weeks back, he makes a call, right? Calls an audible, right, in the middle of the lake. We're day 2, we're 5th place. We're what? Half a pound out of lead, right? Because we were all in there. You were in there too, Chappie. And it's midday. We maybe have 15 pounds, right? It's damn near 1 o'clock. And he looks up and he goes, Dad, we got to go to a rock out in the middle of Leech. I said, okay, let's do it. Now's the time to do it. We pull up, went to a place that we'd caught a 4.5 the day before. We pulled up on that same rock. He flips in, catches a 4.11. Then he goes, I got to go to another rock. We go to another rock. What do? Catch a 4.2, right? We go to another rock. We catch another 4-pounder. I mean, the decisions and the growth in these young guys. I mean, you know, you look at Tommy here. You know, Tommy's going to college, right? Fishing for Adrian. Learning a ton of experience about different lakes, right? Living your dream out right now, right?
Yeah, no, it's the best time of my life right now.
Absolutely. And yes, you're going to get some funding from your parents, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the harder you work for it, the more gratifying it is when you see your son at Okoboji hold up a check, and then you see him hold up another check. We're in it together. It's a family. It's a family. I mean, and if some people are on my Facebook, you know, you'll see some of my posts. When I say it's a family, I mean it, and it doesn't just stop with us. Lyle, Tommy, Dane, Aaron, Jack,
Ron.
Ron Mary's on a camper. He won't even come in here.
He went to bed at
You know,
7:30 p.m.
Brody.
Chad's downstairs sleeping.
Brody.
I mean, we open everything up when tournaments come up this way to everybody. You know, if we can fit you here in this house, we're going to put you in this house, right? Because we know the fishing community. Fishing community is strong. You know, a couple years back, Hunter started a bass fishing tournament, benefit bass fishing tournament for his best friend that committed suicide. He doesn't talk about it. We all don't talk about it very much, but we run it for suicide awareness for the community up here. Just a small 50 boat tournament. Half the money goes back to the anglers, over half. But it's just a time to get fishermen together, right? And honor a kid that loved fishing just as much as Hunter did. And yeah.
By the way.
What? It is full. Yeah, it just filled up.
Love to
So
buy.
50 boats. But so, you know, when I look at Hunter and his fishing career, and even Tommy, these kids got big hearts. They love what they do. You guys are mentors to them.
100%.
Believe it or not. I mean, Teal,
Teal.
you kind of
Dane.
snap back.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah, you got to
Yeah.
look at it.
No, I look up to all you boys.
You're mentoring these kids more than you guys even know. You know, you might have a 2.5 hour conversation like we're having here with these kids, but you do more for these kids
And, you know,
and these younger kids that are fishing this tournament series than you'll ever know. You know,
But that is exactly why I said, and I'm saying what I did earlier
Yeah.
about the platform is there. It's my job now, because I still think of myself as the young guy, right?
Yep.
And then I look at it and I think, oh, I'm not that young anymore.
I know, me too.
If I was your age,
oh, you? Oh,
I-
shit.
we're good.
My bad, dude.
Check.
You're
check,
old.
check.
You're old.
I'm getting older.
You're old.
But
He's old.
it's my
I'm probably
obligation.
the oldest here.
Yeah.
Well, besides
Well,
Kevin.
to
Sorry, Kevin.
to show you what possibilities are still available.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like it's
Sorry about that. All right.
Thanks.
Settle down to her.
Good stuff.
No, and that's it, right? So, as a parent, right, you have those conversations when you're sitting on the couch and it's not fishing time, but most of the time they block out mom and dad,
sure.
right? So that's where that mentorship comes in from you guys and push the kids a little bit.
Yes.
Right.
It's a
'Cause
community, right?
You wouldn't work hard to push on a kid that doesn't respect you. Correct.
Sure.
Right. I've always taught Hunter to be humble, either whether he wins or he loses. Right.
Yep.
And that's key out on the circuit, no matter what. Right. You got to win with grace. You got to lose with grace. And that's the key thing for him. When he does well, you don't see the peacock out. Like, hey, look at me, I'm, big man. The demeanor doesn't change no matter if he wins or loses. He'll come back here and he'll be upset. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be, right?
Yeah, we talk about the things that.
Yeah, we call it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We talk.
Yeah.
You guys
Yep.
review every tournament, no matter what.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think it's but the special bond in the community, of the fishing community, is second to none.
Honestly, Minnesota is tighter than anywhere else. I mean,
100%.
I've traveled all over the country, and Minnesota, our fishing community is next to none. There's no
100%,
there's no
100%.
there's no one like us.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'll say, Kevin, like, being friends with you guys, the bond you guys have as a family, it's what I idolize. I love it, dude.
I never had that. Like, to be
Yeah.
honest. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're tight.
That's-
We're
Yeah,
tight.
I love
That's
it.
really cool.
We're tight.
I love it.
Fishing community.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if fishing communities has ever been discussed on this podcast, and I guess I'm just so used to our fishing community.
Yep.
Cheers, buddy.
So like you travel down south and everything. It's just different, right?
Yep.
And I live in Michigan 9 months out of the year, and you'd think it'd be similar to Minnesota, but it's not. There's just not as many people that tournament bass fish there. They don't all know each other, and here in Minnesota, we all know each other by name. We know a hell of a lot about each other. We're all friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is it just because they're not welcoming to you?
no. Dude,
Like, who's this Minnesota? Do they just hate Minnesotans?
all the people I know all across the country, there's just no one that's like us. Like everyone thinks it's crazy how we interact here in Minnesota.
I wonder why that is. And I mean, like, there's way less lakes down south and they're way bigger.
Yeah, but
I think it's because I think it's weirdly because we only get to hang out with people for about 3 months a year.
Yeah.
You know,
Thank God.
That's totally what it is.
it totally is.
Go back to
The rest of the year,
from under a
yeah,
rock,
the rest
we're
of the
like,
year
"Hey,
we're
party."
Oh, yeah.
we're stuck inside because it's too goddamn cold
That's when
outside.
we ice fish them.
Yep.
Can I just say on the record, fuck winter? Thank you.
Fuck,
That's all I have to say.
Dude, I hate plowing.
dude.
Does anyone here
Gave
like
me a
ice
snowblower.
fishing?
Still hate snow and blow.
Can
I
every,
don't ever
snow.
want to plow again.
okay, Teal, can every Minnesotan that bass fishes just buy land around a lake in Texas?
Can we all split?
And
I'm
and-
broke
Get
as fuck.
Airbnbs.
And then
rent
we
them out.
all just go there for
Everybody
like
from Iowa
6
comes up
months.
here, buys all the property up here.
Well,
And then for like 6
Yeah.
months, we just fish all winter.
What if we split
have a great
like
time?
We just buy
compound,
one
like,
big place.
20 ways.
Galaxy compound.
Hey, let's just buy one big place.
Yeah.
All of us.
Galaxy.
Right.
Do it.
Galaxy compound.
Throw a little bit of money in a
Galaxy
pop. and-
compound.
To the Galaxy compound.
Did I just witness a business idea?
Yes, you did.
And promised to fund it. I think you promised to fund
You-
it.
you-
Dane said
point
Vocelka
made.
Fishing is gonna
Fund
fund
it.
a fishing camp out of the Galaxy
Yes.
In
compound.
fact, his home location would be a great place to build the.
Investors, Possibly you.
And you can come and go as you want.
7-Eleven open 24/7.
You know, like,
Got
have
the
you ever
best
seen
slushies.
the show? Do you remember that absolutely awful show when we were like 13, Jersey Shore?
I love it.
Yeah.
The Smush Room?
Oh yeah.
The Galaxy compound is a smush haven. For fishermen. No smushing, but you know what I meant.
It doesn't sound good. It's not the right
It's
verb.
just like
You
that,
know what
but
I
nothing
meant.
like that.
You know what I meant. It was an adjective.
We're going to go ahead and maybe do some thinking on that. Brandon is different than the smushing compound.
It makes sense if you don't think about it.
That'd be great if nobody thought about it. More insight.
I'm excited to see what you do. I'm
Ex-
I'm excited to see what the younger guys do with the opportunities, like
Yeah, I
what
am
you're
too.
joking about,
I am
right?
too.
Because it's fun to joke about
Absolutely.
it, but that's can be possible.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to build the compound?
No, because I will be the first person to fund and build the compound.
Dane.
The deal is when you ask, when you look at somebody and you say, "Do you like what you do?" And they're like, "Yeah, kinda." I mean, and like what you have been saying, "Oh yeah, you got to live your life." Well, then why don't you do something you love to do, and it will fund what you want to do? It doesn't. It's not easy. It's very hard to. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah, 100%.
So
You just have to do it.
Do it.
do you get home from work tattooing every day and say, I'm so excited to build more rods?
I love building rods.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you look forward to it every single day?
I have not had too many days where I'm just like, I come off the water.
insane.
I come off the water. I build rods in the ice house.
No, you did. He does. And it's still insane.
I like doing it.
It doesn't look fun.
I wouldn't, but that's not the fun part. The fun part is when you can create it and give it to somebody, and then when you see them a year later and they show you a picture of their personal best and they're with their son and he caught it on your rod. It's like when I walked into the driveway today and Brody comes up to me, he's like, that's the guy who built that rod. And then there's
Best
a fire
rods ever
there,
built.
right?
Hands down.
But see, it's not the act of building the rod. That's just the work you have to put in. Life is full of decisions that just you have to put the work in, man. It sucks. That part sucks. It's the reward after you put the work in that's worth the work. Just like fishing. No one wants to fucking sit down and side scan all day to win a tournament, but you'll do it because you're going to win, and that feeling is what the investment
the best
is all
feeling in the
about.
world.
Like that, you got to look at it differently. It's mental. It's just like fishing. That's why the fishing decisions and the business decisions are very similar.
That makes perfect sense. It's just rod building ain't my calling.
No,
so
it's
it sounds
not.
awful.
But you have many skill sets. You
Yes.
just have to find the one and then
Selling beers.
the right decision, man.
Dude.
I like selling beer.
I'm excited.
boats. I
I'm
like
excited to
Dude,
see what happens.
Dude, ripping podcasts, dude.
Right?
I wish I could do that for, I wish I could do this full time.
You're getting there.
You're getting there, Teal.
You're getting there.
Teal.
Trust the process.
Teal,
What?
trust the process, bud. Because you have it.
I don't know what it is that you speak of, but thank you so much. Like, that means a lot.
You have people. You have people around you that are examples of that. Like, you have friends in your circle that are doing what they love to do and are
Trying to
successful
do
doing
what I
it.
love to do.
Yes.
And we'll support you.
And I'm struggling. I'll be honest.
Baking a cake, dude.
Hey, for
Not
all those
5
people
minutes.
struggling out there, okay? There's people
100%.
every day. All of us.
Every bass fisherman
That
has
we're-
credit card debt. Like, I swear.
It's funny you say that. No, life is a bitch.
Yeah. Dude, it's not
And
easy.
you have to learn to love that bitch. It's so hard.
Yeah.
No.
It's so hard. And you want to just look at that light at the end of the tunnel, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at that light too long, you'll forget where the fuck you are.
Yep.
We're all chasing a dream.
And you'll forget how to enjoy. Like, best thing ever is to try to learn how to enjoy the ride. The podcast has helped me with that a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh,
good.
Teal.
Good.
Good.
But
Find you a sugar mama.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking. I'm looking for a learned doctor.
Oh.
I will carry your books and do your dishes.
That's a Tinder profile.
Teal, on the
Nurses will be okay. Elder attorneys.
Nurses do it.
on the road, one of the things I've learned to enjoy is just like, I mean,
the
you have
women.
all these fishing tournaments and stuff. It's fun catching bass, but just enjoying being on the road with friends and people you meet along the way. That's the best part.
I'll be honest. I feel like Dane is like one of the best humans and best friends I've ever met as far as like
Agreed.
just mental, just he's the most focused
For
human
sure.
being I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the dude is
But I have
An all-star.
weaknesses. I have a lot of weaknesses too.
But
that
you're
I need
pretty
to work
damn
on,
good,
that I
Dane.
need to work on.
we all have weaknesses.
Dude,
I didn't say you're an alien. I said you're human. You're fucking human.
You're part of the galaxy.
Yeah, yeah, right.
But just like traveling around and bumming it with all these boys, I mean, those are gonna be the best times of your life.
Dude,
They're great.
yeah.
I mean, we go through it together, dude.
It's a hard balance. Like, how much fun do you want to have versus get work done?
Teal's Bass Galaxy is now offering intergalactic merchandise. That's right. We got apparel now, baby. Check out our website. We got a variety of apparel, hats, bucket hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, you know, all the finest goods. So stop on our website, tealsbassgalaxy.com, click on the apparel tab, and start looking good, baby.
You got to balance it. You can't grind too hard. I mean, at least in the state of Minnesota with our tournaments, you can't grind too hard. You got to like balance the fun and the grind.
I
And
don't
you
know
gotta
what
hang-
balance is.
Same here. But
Like
you
this-
got to hang out with all these guys, and you got to fish as hard as you can. And you got to balance those two.
I think we all
I don't know what balance is.
underappreciate what this is, because if you look at least for myself, and I think for a lot of us, any of our other friends, they don't have a group of buddies that they do this with, that they travel with, that they know the degenerate sides of, and the extremely vulnerable sides of it at the same time. You have a work person. You have a We have this group that I know way more about you guys than I know about 90% of my friends, and we don't see each other all the time. But when
4
we are-
months out of the year.
But when we are together,
We have a good time.
We're on the same page.
I think the football community is the
100%.
only gayer community.
Yeah.
Except Chappie always calls me fat.
That is true.
That is like
to be fair, I never use the word fat. I just make comments to get him to hustle.
To be fair,
Dude,
And I've been hustling, dude.
Has
I've
he-
been hustling.
Has he,
And have you been losing weight?
Yes.
Yeah.
to be fair,
did he ever say it's pH fat?
if you give James a knife, the first thing he'll do is twist.
Because
Oh, I know.
If you give James a knife, the first thing he does is doesn't like pull it out. Nope.
And like my
Oh, that is a knife. Oh yeah.
You have a therapist?
Yep. That's a knife.
Don't give me a knife.
Okay.
it can easily turn into pretty hot and tempting.
Wait a second.
You just
Wow.
a minute.
Easy.
Hunter.
Settle down.
Here's the deal. You just have a preliminary
Look
dad
at that.
bod.
Look at that. Look at
That's all it is.
I will say.
The dad bod is in.
Cut it
You
in
want
into a
7
mullet,
kids?
catches
All
fish.
right.
Just
I heard
leave
you want
it.
a baker's
Just leave
dozen.
it.
I heard he wants a baker's
Beautiful.
dozen.
Catches fish.
I want to make yours
Right.
dozen.
Mullets catch fish.
Tell me that shit's not glued on.
Mull-
That shit has to be glued on.
Mullets catch fish, bud.
That's some of the most insane lettuce in the back
What are we
of the
looking
community right
His
now.
I
head-
love it.
Mullets
You can't
catch
have-
fish, bud.
Should I
That
you
looks
shave
glued
some of
on as
that?
fuck.
The sides. Shave all the sides off.
It's
Teal.
sexy as fuck.
I would never wear a ponytail if I should knock the sides off.
Dude,
You got locks
can't
too.
trim that. That's that's gorgeous.
Teal's got locks too.
Teal. Cut the sides off.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Right here. Just right here.
No.
Just take a hand size.
Dude, when people used to have a man bun, I'd look at them and be like,
This is what
No.
I mean.
fag. But then,
I man bun every
realized-
night I sleep.
it's an efficiency tool.
So we are on the
One dick
same
and you're in.
Yeah, this dick doesn't taste so bad.
Every night I sleep. Man bun.
Pineapple.
Man bun.
Pineapple.
Chappie, you gonna grow out the hair?
Dude, if you do have long hair and you have trouble sleeping, I recommend the pineapple.
The pineapple. Man buns.
Dude, I used to be like,
Mullets?
I'll never do it.
Catch.
I'll never do it.
I think the
Catch
hair's
fish, bud.
a key to success in bass fishing right now.
It's an old desert Indian trick, believe it or not.
Hey, Teal. Brooke said she offered to help shave the sides of your hair to get the mullet for Derby Day. Are you in? Are you in?
You're gonna win.
Are you in?
Live on Teal's
win?
podcast tonight.
No, I'll start on the east side. Thank
Do
you.
you?
Split
second.
Hey,
No, but I'll
let's talk about that split.
Yeah, she's a
When they
professional hairdresser.
when the classic bass splits tournaments,
I hate it.
Wait, hold on. What now?
I love it.
I wish they
Dude.
would never split.
This one's
I
stressful.
love it.
Gull?
Go.
When they make us choose,
Because they've split it so many different ways.
Teal.
Since it
When they make us choose, I freaking love it, dude.
do?
I do.
Oh, I
dude.
don't.
Cause it hurts so bad,
You. I just want to feel something.
dude.
What?
dude?
That is fucking what?
Dude, it's messed
like
up.
it?
I love it. It's
Hey.
been 50-50 every time.
Who
You know-
likes that, bro?
I hate
Dude,
the
it's been
50-50.
50-50
They
every
didn't-
time.
How does that work?
How does that happen?
When it was 50 boats, they never let us do that. It
But
was
like-
always
No.
whole field on either side.
But like Okoboji, it was literally, it was, how many boats do we have? How many boats do we have for Okoboji?
65?
It was literally 50-50.
Which is mind blowing to me.
Isn't that mind blowing?
Nobody thinks that when they
I
pick
would
a
have
side.
guessed everybody would have picked the west side to start.
I mean, the folks on the podcast are going to know what
Everybody.
this split
I was hoping less
that's what
folks
I
would
pictured.
pick east.
100%.
I picked east.
Isn't that weird?
I could not believe it
Isn't
either.
that weird?
I have a proposition.
Isn't that weird?
What is it?
Hey, he has. Hey, background noise.
Hey,
Remember the quiet
everybody,
game we talked about?
everybody.
Yep.
Hush. Hey.
I know it's been a long time, and you're probably a little stir crazy right now.
I want to have a proposition.
But
I think we need to shave Lyle's mullet on camera.
I actually agree with anybody who's not mine
Yeah, just
getting
sides.
shaved.
Aaron's
Brooke,
mullet needs to get
Go,
mowed.
go get the clippers.
Aaron?
That's fine.
They're in the
Yeah, dude, your
God.
sides are getting a little
Yeah.
long.
Has this ever been done on Teal's podcast?
Aaron.
We've never.
No, just the sides.
Teal.
The sides.
You too?
I got a proposition.
Oh,
Proposition number 2.
just leave it up above the
What do you
head.
got?
You and I.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Dude,
Tommy Parker, I feel like you're you're a
Talking
new man
dirty.
tonight.
we
I've
both,
never heard you speak so many words in my life.
Sounds like Tommy.
we
and
both
Teal.
have the hair.
Oh God,
Wait, are we doing Tommy's too?
Lyle,
I am.
just Lyle.
No, if Teal's in. Me and Teal have like the same hair.
The bass like my hair right now.
Teal.
I'm
Teal.
keeping it.
You'll get the
No,
ladies.
Teal,
Not me.
Here.
Teal, like a slight.
I don't need to pander
a
to no
slight
ladies.
shave. Slight shave. You always wear a hat.
Letter.
Yep.
Shit.
We can
Brooke,
keep the
Brooke,
rest in the
come here.
back. We just shave the top.
I wear a hat when I'm
Just
fishing.
right here,
That's
yeah.
it.
We gotta find a.
Keep,
Nope.
keep her clean, dude.
I'm out.
Do you
I'm
need
out.
like a apron?
I respect you though, and I appreciate the proposition. So I wasn't trying
But
to
this
just say no,
proposition
but
is gonna go down.
We need to get it wet.
I think
That's like
live.
Just right here.
Hawk, spit on that thing.
Spit on that.
Alright. Miles up.
Okay,
I like where this is
boys,
going.
if you could just back your chairs out just a touch.
Hey, we're actually doing this on
This
the
is
podcast.
wild. Okay,
Yeah.
This
Can you
is
figure this out
staying.
like quickly?
You know what?
That's a lucky beard.
We're doing it. Are you good about it?
I haven't needed. I haven't
you
needed.
don't need to ask. What did I tell you before this?
Birdie's
There's no
shaking his
rules.
head no.
I haven't needed a stick in many months, so I just keep this.
I mean, you, Hunter, you might need to ask about pubes, but still, like, I'd be probably cool.
Set above
like,
the head.
What leg
Okay,
you got?
I mean, I'm just saying, there's no rules. So if you want to do pubes too, that's fine.
Put a
Put a guard on it.
Brooke's just diving in.
I don't know.
This is wild.
Hey, this is Lyal Held, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
Lyal
don't
Held
forget to
and
spit on that.
Brooke
razor.
Dietrich. Get ready.
So the ex-state record holder in South Dakota
And
is
Maddie
getting,
Wendt, my sister.
Wait, what?
What do you call
The
this?
barbers.
What do we call this? What is his hairdo right now? What would you call
Right
it?
here.
And then what is it going to be when
Joe
it's
Dirt.
done?
Right here.
Joe Dirt. Okay, we're using the same.
Snakes and sparklers.
What is the guard?
You mean to tell me you own a fireworks thing? Who's your dogs?
No, put a guard on.
Do you have a phone? You want to take a picture of this? You want to record this?
Put a guard on.
Okay, do you see
got
where?
some stuff going on.
This
Holy
is
shit.
I mean,
This is
a podcast.
fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yeah, fuck it. Put it on your Insta right now.
Playoffs. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
get it done.
screw it.
Yeah. No,
There's-
I'll probably Insta story.
Let's do it.
Do you see where it's short?
Teal, this is how it should be. Oh yeah, this is like legendary in the Wendt household.
I didn't see this coming.
No, we are
Do you need
we are cutting a mullet live right now,
Has
ladies
this
and
happened
gents.
on the Bass Galaxy podcast yet?
Yeah.
Teal?
Hold on.
It
Time
has?
out. You good? Let me know. You good?
Are we good? Are we ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mamba number 5.
Oh, we're gonna win on Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Look at that precision. Look
Cut
at that focus.
Oh my goodness.
Steady hands.
Oh yeah.
It's a two-man job.
It looks good.
It's a 2-woman job, ladies and gents.
Mr. Gilmore, I'm your caddy.
Can I be your caddy on Tuesday? Lyle?
Do we need to go shorter?
Oh yeah.
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 What kind of conditioner do you use? Mane and tail? Dude, the lacrosse guys in college, they'd be like, "Yeah, I use mane and tail, bro."
Is that the horse shampoo?
Oh yeah.
Dude, my brother uses that shit. I was like,
Hey.
what the fuck?
this stuff is like college dorm room shit on a Friday night before you're going to the bar.
But it's actually before a Tuesday night. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Hey, remember, Gull's coming up, boys.
Hunter, you're next.
Hey, Lyal, you need to drive straight to South Dakota to break the state record after this.
We should. No, how about he just wins Gull?
No need practice tomorrow.
I want to win Gull.
I don't blame you.
It's looking good.
I do
Lyle.
too. What do you
Teal.
think it's going to take for weight?
100 pounds.
I think so too.
100 pounds, easy. 100 pounds.
I think
Dude,
100.
they're biting. Oh yeah.
If they bite like they are,
I love Gull.
Ready? Are you ready? Ready?
it's such a good lick.
Gull's my baby.
So much.
Gull's my baby.
Last year, Gold was not fishing like that. This year, Gold is fishing like
Brody, no.
Brody, sit down.
Oh shit.
Brody's getting his mom.
All right, we got young Lyal coming in on Teal's podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences and
Unless-
get your ears lowered on camera.
Unless you're Brody.
Oh my God, that is like
Oh yeah.
defined.
Wow. So this
The definition.
This is father son
I thought Tommy
right here.
was next.
I'm
Tommy,
not
are you
getting
backing
him
out?
out.
I told you I was out.
Yeah,
I ain't coming with you.
that was the proposition. You had to go with me.
Okay.
All right, fuck it.
Screw it. If I win on Gull, we're doing it.
No, let's do it. On fishing only.
If I win on Gull, I'll do it.
No,
What
we're
about
not
if we both top 10?
Yeah.
If we both finish the top 10, we're doing
can't
it.
cut it off.
Ah,
Yep. Then I'll do it.
Deal.
Or Brody.
You can cut his off, but not mine.
It's a hard decision, dude.
Mine's staying. Sorry.
So let's talk
Yeah.
let's
All
talk
right.
superstition.
Yep.
You got one?
All right. All right.
Yeah, I think so. I don't have like I'm not like I don't live by it,
Huh?
but I'm slightly
No.
superstitious.
Should I?
Slightly. Like just a little bit.
Let's do it.
What do you
Hey.
got?
Hold on.
This is live on Teal's podcast. We are cutting everyone's mullets.
Everyone's got some type of superstition before they either get on the water to fish a tournament, midday, whatever it is.
Teal, are we actually cutting mullets on podcast right now?
This is happening.
Yeah. Is this a first?
This has to happen.
First ever.
Yeah.
This
No,
has to
if
happen.
I top 10 Gull, I'll do it. Yeah.
Top 10 goal.
I'm
you
just
heard it.
not-
Little mullet.
What if,
I
what if-
never
what if-
count my
what if
chickens
Hunter,
before they
What if
hatch.
Hunter's in?
Hey, it's
No.
no different.
I don't fish here at all.
No different than the camel toe tattoo.
Hunter?
What?
out to
The
Willie
camel
Bob.
toe is way worse.
Hunter,
What?
if you, me, and Tommy top 10 Gull, will you knock the sides off?
I'm knocking them off right now.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
That's superstition. Here.
Are we doing like 3 haircuts in one
That's why
night?
we're
Yeah.
talking superstition.
No.
Yes.
No, we're knocking them off
All of
You
us.
are tonight.
right now.
All of us.
Right now. No, I'm not.
Teal,
Nope.
I
I'm gonna
trust
see
her.
how it works for everybody else.
Hey, Teal. Yeah.
Yep, let's knock it off, man.
Kevin, do you want to knock the sides off tonight?
We take a check. We'll take
He's got to take his shirt off.
Yeah, we're gonna need a number one.
Oh!
A number one for this one. A number one.
With extra bacon.
We're gonna bareback that.
I'll cut it right now. I trust her. She's got to be good at hair. Okay, don't make it too bad. you know?
Hunter, you're up next.
Screw it.
The only thing he's gonna have to shake is them girls all over him at school next week. Or
Brody,
in
you are a
September,
dirty
whenever
dog,
school
just like your father.
What?
He's a dirty dog, just like his father.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
Hang on. No. Actually, I can't.
Hey.
I can't knock the sides
Tommy,
off.
you're doing it.
I got
Let's do it.
meetings and like.
We're doing it. We're all doing it. Fuck it.
Thing is,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
cash. Next thing you know,
Hey.
he's got this
the
dirty.
reason
Cut
I'm
me out,
not
girl.
doing it.
Tommy's doing it. We're doing it.
I
I
can't.
sell advertising
I
for
can't.
a living.
I gotta slick that.
Now we're
shit.
already pushing it.
I gotta slick that
Oh,
shit
no,
back,
you
and
look
I
good.
can't move.
Don't say that.
I just feel like
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna. We're
Shaving the heat right off the
Oh, yeah.
kid. Wow.
Right here.
How dare you?
This is so easy.
I don't think I can walk into a meeting.
Oh yeah.
This
We
is
have a
good luck
chance.
for Gull,
A
baby.
meeting full of Japs. I don't think I can walk in with my side shaved and slick back.
Hey, Tommy,
I
you
don't
got to
think
do
it's
it.
gonna go over well.
Tommy.
What'd you think?
Think
Tommy,
they
this is
prefer
Teal's
the
podcast.
term JDM.
JDM.
I don't know. If
Now we gotta do it.
if
Japanese.
if
JDM.
Robert
don't go
Vincent
too high now.
walks into ICAST with the fur
Very good.
coat, the Bassmaster Classic, I think you can go with the mullet.
Wow. Are we rolling with it?
He's
You
a
pave your own path.
He's a different animal.
She's going high.
It's beautiful.
Be
No,
Tommy.
it's gonna look good.
That's all you can
You're
do.
like-
I am
like-
Tommy.
like-
Just keep being Tommy.
I'm gonna sell.
Let's shave his chest hair.
We're rolling with
I'd
it.
be
Fuck
proud
it.
of his-
Can you do
What chest
Can you do American flags?
Yeah.
Fuck no, do I look like I went to cosmetologist?
Oh no.
No, you're a Dietrich.
Hold on.
No, it's
Hold on.
Hold on, pull back.
Oh, you
Put
go
on
live?
story.
Nope. Nope. I just need to play the right song for this.
Teal, you gotta at least like take a live photo of this shit, and
Yeah.
Actually,
then post it on your Teal's podcast.
I took videos of Lyle's, and I'm gonna take video of you, and I'm gonna post this as a reel. Knocking the sides off, baby.
Yeah,
They're drunk, knocking the sides off.
You want to catch a bass?
Yeah.
knocking the
Lower
sides
your
off.
ears.
Teal.
Lower him up. Lower him up.
Looking good.
Kevin, are you okay with this?
Let's see it.
Knock the
Well,
sides
it's too
off.
late now.
And you'll catch it.
We're sending it.
Oh my god. Dude, Hunter, that looks so
good.
good. That looks actually so good. Dude, it's like made for you.
All right.
Dude, I like it.
Let's go. Okay.
I like it.
We gotta part it out.
we doing?
I
No.
like it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it
Dude.
is, dude. It's perfect.
It's terrible, Hunter.
No, no
Hunter,
say-
it looks
awful.
so bad.
Is it bad?
So bad.
Yes.
perfect.
No, it's
Wow.
so bad. Look, this
All right, mic test,
1, 2, 3. Maddie, I need to call.
Oh, dude, it's so bad. I love it, dude. How do we end this podcast?
With the haircut,
This.
obviously.
Test, test.
We all need to sing it together, though.
Yep.
Minus Brody. Brody maybe needs to get out of this.
Yeah,
for the,
Brody.
Wait, what?
it's not because we don't love you. It's just we don't.
We do love you. We just can't have.
We're
little
concerned
kids
about your
about
future.
Yep.
It's a big deal. Your future is a big deal.
Earmuffs. Brody. Sorry, buddy.
Wait, sing along. Wait, is this just instrumental? America!
Yeah, the real one.
Let me look at this.
Saving the world.
Oh my God. Hey, Teal, we actually did this. Teal, your turn.
Oh my god.
Go
Does
ahead.
it look good or what?
Look at this guy.
Dude.
Alright, here
you want,
it is.
You want power?
Okay, calm down with the clippers. Holy
No, we haven't parted. You're fine.
I got it in my fucking mouth.
No, they're good. They're good. Just trust the process.
Talking about the hair?
If it's in your mouth,
Trust
No, just tip.
Trust the process.
Yep.
Lyle, you're ready
talking
to
about the
sing in that mic, dude.
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Oh, that looks so good. That actually looks so good. We need to trim the top.
Oh no, you're not trimming the top.
You gotta trim it a little bit.
No.
That is a true American haircut.
Where's your hat?
Give me my ass. Is it?
It looks damn good.
Perfect.
No. I got shit. I got.
See, that looks good, right?
Perfect.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Perfect.
You have to go.
Hunter Wendt,
What? What's up?
congratulations, brother.
We just did that on Teal's podcast.
That happened.
We did. Me and Lyal. We're the only ones. So Teal, you are up next.
You just got welcomed to a new
After goal,
aspect of the galaxy.
All right.
We will.
Do you want to see how you win, like first and second place?
Mm-hmm.
You cut them all.
Is that what you did before
Yeah.
Mille Lacs?
Yeah.
Is that what you did before
It is.
Bodie?
It is.
Teal,
I
we
bet it isn't.
we have
It
to
is.
finish in the
Did
top
he?
10.
I did. What? It's game on.
It's a good way to cash checks from the
Let's get this done.
Well, they're already done.
Not
It's
convinced.
done.
I don't have a bullet
Unless
buddy.
he
until
did it
Teal.
before the last two events, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Hey,
This
I'm
is
ready
his
for
first
golf.
time.
I'm ready for golf.
Me too.
You better be.
Oh yeah, we gonna need all the luck we can get against you guys. Yeah.
I'm so pumped right
You
now.
might. Hey, you got a dartboard? Because there's a bullseye on your back, just so you know.
Yep.
Trust me, I know. Bart has been calling me multiple times. It's been bad.
Can you send a selfie from practice?
Actually,
Get that text?
Yes, he did.
I didn't send one. I feel bad. Sorry, Bart.
So I sent him a selfie with a heart, and he didn't post it. He didn't post a heart on.
I feel like he texts everybody and then just chooses.
I think so.
It's okay.
Mine was kind of cute.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
Well, you didn't knock the sides off yet, so it's just okay.
Now I might have to go out tomorrow.
Well, Teal, I know how well you know this lake, and you better be ready
Teal
to
knows
shave
him
those
good.
sides by Tuesday.
I'm ready to shave.
Till,
the sides.
if I did it, you got to do it.
Uh-huh. I need to fish tomorrow.
Teal, can I come with you?
No.
Why?
Actually, if you're gonna fucking show me some shit, yeah.
We're not gonna show anything, but I'll come fish with you.
No, then no.
I'll just stick every one of them.
Nope.
Let me come with you.
He's gonna flip his jig behind the ball. Just whack.
No hunters allowed.
All right, bud. How do we need to close this up?
Teal's Bass Galaxy, checking in, checking out.
Later, boys.
See you later, boys.